What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boneless Bones here, back at it again.
You.
What's up, everybody? I am the host of the Drunken Guardian Gaming Podcast, the Drunken Guardian Danny Martinez. Welcome to episode 62. And we got our usual suspects. We do have Randy the Ragnarok back. He stepped away to get a drink. And we have Danny the Sober Guardian.
Hey.
You gotta say peace. And then
Yeah, I forgot.
And then of course, Boneless Bones, the one and only.
What's going
Hey, it's your boy Bonus Bones.
on?
Oh, sorry.
We're all gonna do it except for him.
Wait, what
the fuck?
Oh, you gotta introduce yourself as my intro.
God damn it.
What's up, boys? All right. So before we get started, always gonna remind you guys, subscribe to the podcast however you see fit. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and all audio podcasts like Google, Spotify, Apple. All you gotta do is go to thedrunkenguardian.com for all the links. And if you haven't seen or heard the podcast before, we drink, we play games, we talk about games, we talk about the game industry news every Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch. I'll post up the video again on YouTube if you missed us live, and the audio format as well about a day or two later. But join us live in the chat so that way you can join in the discussions, have some fun, and debate and stuff like that. Today we got a lot of debating. So I'm going to do a recap real quick first of what we're going to talk about, and then we'll get into some other stuff just for the hell of it. So we are going to talk about Twitch and the whole hacking incident and stuff like that. Not so much of the hack itself, just more of some topics that were going like kind of around that area about the financials being leaked and stuff, and the men making more money than the women on Twitch. We're going to talk about the New World, the new MMO game by Amazon. We're going to talk about a new Ghostbusters game that might be being made by the people who did the Friday the 13th. And we are also going to talk about some rumors, more rumors again about Konami, but they seem to be a lot more solid but still not official about Konami reviving a bunch of their old franchises and stuff like that. So before we get to that, what are we drinking today? I am super lazy, so I just got myself a Yingling beer. That's it. No cocktails for me today.
Oh,
Yeah. Anybody else?
drinking my Bacardi Sunset Punch.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be White Claw.
I'm waiting for them to
That actually sounds good.
Yeah,
That's the
not-
best thing you're drinking so far.
Nah, what about water?
Oh, water.
What the fuck?
Water's
Kool-Aid,
bad for you.
right?
Drinking Capri Sun.
What flavor though?
Puerto Rican Capri Sun.
Piña. I don't know what that is in
Piña
English.
colada.
Piña. It's, my penis. Pinga.
Penis colada.
Penis colada.
Penis colada. Man, you sick bitch.
And Randy.
Well, I'm trying to figure out this fucking camera shit, but I'm just having the hibiscus mule. Well, hibiscus Moscow mule.
What's wrong with the camera?
Oh,
We see
I
you.
don't see you on live. Let me
I
fix you.
don't know, that thing is-
It's not live, but it's funny.
Oh, I'm getting pushed next to Dan.
That
Dan,
was
what you
weird.
doing?
Yeah, there you go. So
I don't fucking know.
I think it's because you exited, so I lost the link and I had to refresh it. So I myself have been busy with school, so I haven't been able to do much recreational playing. But I have reviewed I'm reviewing one game now. The embargo's down on it. Of course, I don't want to talk about the actual review, but I'm playing the Eternal Cylinder, which is some weird ass amalgamation of like Pikmin / Spore type of game. And then I did a review on Aeon Drive, which is like a action platformer speedrunning type game. You guys can check out the review at thecoalition.com. Aside from that, I finally beat Psychonauts. Such a good game. I've been
I did
playing a
too.
little bit of Dodgeball Academia, and then of course today we were playing online. So I was playing Final Fantasy online. Danny, you
Trying
said
to get to level 80.
yeah, right. You said you were playing. You beat Psychonauts also.
I beat Psychonauts. I played Tekken like crazy, honestly. And then I played Diablo 2. And then I remembered that Diablo was a pretty good game, and then I honestly stopped. but I already gave him money, so who cares?
You said
But still,
Diablo's a what game?
Blizzard.
Oh yeah.
You about to give him your money, just like, nah.
I already did.
Yeah.
I already gave him my money, but I
Yeah.
was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Play it. I'll play. I'll wait for it. And then it wasn't that. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a remake of an old PC game. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it is, but it is what it sounds like. It was fun for what it is. For if you really got into it, you played it like crazy. But
Mm.
graphics look better. Moves all that crazy
Remember
shit. They all
collecting
look
those
great.
ears and
I was in the first one, but you know,
Oh,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it in the second
You
one,
said-
but yeah.
Wait, there's ears, and I've never played.
In the first Diablo game, you can do there were a lot of cheats and like hacks you can do, and if you kill the player, if you kill the player character using those cheats,
Mm-hmm.
you would get their ear.
Type of
Yeah.
Yeah, like just a piece, like
Yeah.
as if you just cut off their ear and you keeping it like a
Yeah.
souvenir.
Yeah, so in your bag you would collect tons and tons of ears, and if you died, you would drop all your shit.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you kill somebody and they have a bunch of ears in their bag. You know, it's kind of fun.
They're
They
playing.
Yeah, and it was like you get God mode and all that. Like it actually wasn't part of the game to be able to kill the opponent. I mean, it technically was, but it's a hack to be able to like. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like they had the code in the game and then decided last minute not to do it, right? And never actually figured out. But
Our
since
first
the code was
PvP
in
game.
there, you could do it. Yeah, exactly. So since the code was in there, you could do it with the cheats. Basically put PvP on, and you can also put God mode on. So you always tell somebody else is cheating too. Both of you are just standing there spamming fucking spells, high level spells at each other in a dungeon. And you can only fight in the dungeon. So you have to. So once you're in town, you're trying to hurry somebody off to go into the dungeon, trying to kill them. And you usually have to get deep into the dungeon so they just don't leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you have to time it right.
So Kevin, aside from you being obsessed with playing Tekken, because I know you're practicing to beat Danny 11 times straight. What else have you been playing?
Tekken.
Wait, should he take a shot or a heavy sip?
A heavy sip. Yeah.
Yeah, that sip was worth it.
Oh, I also played the I'm sorry to make a joke, but I also played the Final Fantasy
Chaos.
Oh yeah, Chaos.
The second demo for that, which was really fun. I liked it a lot.
They improved that a lot.
Has anyone seen the Limp Bizkit thing?
Yes, I did.
That shit had me.
It's fucking ridiculous. So pretty much,
Send me a link.
Mr.
No. Wait. Send me a link. Don't tell me. I want to see this with surprise.
Okay, no problem. But it's one of the most 2000.
Say it again. You were breaking up.
Fucking
Nope. You're Optimus Prime right now.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
No, you're Bumblebee because we can't
Bumblebee.
understand what the fuck you're trying to say. There you go.
Hey, you're good now.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
There you go.
So, to give context for last week, internet problems that are still happening right now. So that's why I set it out. Anyways, 2003 Edge. That's it. I'm not gonna delve further into this. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the I'm not gonna spoil it, but that shit I've been seeing it everywhere.
Well,
yeah.
So-
All I'm gonna say is that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So
yes, it is.
But it's fun overall. I'm concerned about. There are some things I'm concerned about. Leveling up too fast, being able to just spam, 'cause that's what I did a few times. Just kill this. You go in front of a reset point, and you just kill the fucking guys in there, do the reset, kill the guys in there, do the reset, kill the guys in there. It's super easy like that. That's kind of how I spammed leveling in certain parts. I'm concerned about that being too easy, and also not having enough. They want you to use multiple classes, and that's fine. But I feel like they almost force the issue because there's not much you can. You can't be just a black mage and keep going down a path right now. Right? I don't know if they're gonna change that, of course, but it just seems like there's a limit, maybe 20 points or something into every class. So I'm just curious if they're gonna let you choose your path, and then they introduced the multiplayer, which was kind of fun. You can jump in somebody's game and play as one of the other characters that's in their game.
I wonder if
which is
they're
fun.
using this as an
Wait.
experiment for Final Fantasy 16 because there was some later news that came out saying that 16 is going to have a massive skill tree.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be its own thing. What I'm praying, really, like they learned their lesson, which I don't know how much they might have made a bunch of money off of it. But the Final Fantasy, I'm going on my tangents and down my fucking drink. But Final Fantasy 15, the problem with it, that everybody hated, is that the story wasn't complete. And the reason why the story, when you first got it, the reason why the story wasn't complete is because they wanted the DLCs to finish the story.
Mhm.
So
They
you
didn't really
basically,
release any good DLCs.
they did. There's a
They
bunch, like
did, but
you.
it was like I don't know.
No, they
I
re-
didn't think they were worth it.
Oh, you're talking about like the Ponto, Ignis, and
yeah, and then they
Orpheus?
released more. They released even more after that to complete and finish off the rest of the end of the story.
Mm.
Oh,
So you
okay.
basically have to buy all the DLCs or the season passes or whatever to get the entire story of Final Fantasy 15, which sucks.
Yeah,
It's
it's like buying the
Aerith
ending
dying.
from Asura's Wrath.
It's like Aerith dying, and then that it goes to black, and you're like, you're done. No, fuck, give me more. There's
Buy
two more discs.
buy disc 2.
Yeah, so it was really. So I'm hoping they don't do that for Final Fantasy 16 or this one. I can see them doing it. I can see this one being more of them adding more side quests and harder challenges like that later, and maybe even adding classes that you want to do as DLC. I can't really see them doing that with the storyline, but I can see them doing that a lot with Final Fantasy 16, and that's what really scares me. I'm hoping they don't do that same path, you know.
Okay.
Hoping they just give you the whole game and keep it going.
Mhm.
So,
Phase 6
Randy,
more, give it
what have you been playing?
Hopefully I don't sound like a fucking robot right now.
You good?
You sound good.
I'm good. All right, awesome. What was I
Oh,
doing?
goodness.
Oh, I got the platinum for Neo. Neo, the World Ends with You.
I mean,
Right?
you texted that.
Hmm?
You texted that. I remember.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
laughing.
yeah. That was one fucking Friday that I did it,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't fucking remember. I did that.
Mhm.
And I started playing Genshin Impact also, mainly because I've
Ew.
seen like a lot of memes about it.
I tried it too. It's not bad actually. It's kind of fun.
It's not
Yeah, I just feel like I would
bad.
have to like play with people. I'm not
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah.
It's just white, so
Oh my
Oh,
god.
the Miss Prime. You are a
You're
robot.
breaking up again. I was gonna say though that I don't play Genshin Impact for the stupidest reason. I know it's the wrong reason, but I just feel like it's such a bad ripoff of Breath of the Wild that I just don't want to bring myself to play it. I was just like,
yeah, no,
this is just a blatant ripoff, and it's just I don't know.
When you actually start to play it, it's a completely different game.
Mm.
It
yeah,
has
because
the look. It has
the
the look and
mechanics.
maybe a little bit of
Mhm.
style, but the mechanics is completely different.
Well, at least like the whole traversing the overworld and everything, like
Yeah.
everything is pretty much the same. You get your towers to like expand your map. You have your glider. You have the whole stamina climbing shit. Everything is pretty similar to it,
Mhm.
but every character plays differently.
No.
And you have to
That-
buy
'cause then there's, like, a-
microtransactions for everything.
Yeah.
It is a gacha
Not-
game, which
Mhm.
is
It-
kind of like a
they
drawback. But
they talked about
it-
that most people who play that game in the beginning think it's a gacha game, but they end up like reversing their train of thought as they keep going. Yes, you can pay to win,
Mhm.
but it is you are able to play the game and have fun without having to buy anything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's completely optional. You don't have to do the whole gacha shit. Like you don't have to sink in money because it gives you like a lot of resources that you could exchange for shit in the game
Mhm.
or like for items that will let you do the whole gacha thing.
Mhm.
So your wallet could go unscathed because also like there are characters they give you in stories, and yeah, it's not bad so far. I just really want to see like how the multiplayer would be,
You haven't played it?
especially once I like figure out what the fuck is going
It's
on with
still
the
free,
internet and
right?
whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's entirely free unless you want to sink in money. So
Yeah.
it's completely optional. If you decide to open up your wallet, that's your own fault.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the option's always there.
Mhm.
I forgot to mention that the Tales of Arise game is the first Tales game, RPG game, that is part gacha, whatever you want to call it, where you can outright pay to level up right away.
What?
That's
Yeah.
Wait.
like
No, Mr.
Randy,
Robot.
Randy, speak English.
Oh my god.
Randy's internet is on the fritz today, so
Calm down, Randy. Take a
All right.
breath.
Don't hack.
Randy's
Don't
gonna
hack us.
break his modem in the background.
And you're just gonna start here straight
He's about to
whack, whack, whack. Oh, I can buy this fucking game today.
All right. Well, all right. So
Well, honestly,
real
Randy, you
quick.
might want to try doing it without video to see
Yeah.
if you run a little better, because maybe you're running too much bandwidth. We'd rather hear you and not be able to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want.
It's definitely not that, because my phone is off the Wi-Fi. It
Mhm.
for some reason the modem that they send us, it's been really fucking up. Like Spectrum is currently
upgrade the firmware
my
too?
I don't fucking know if they did.
Yeah.
It's some shit's going on. All I know is that one of my brother's friends, he works for Spectrum, and he's like kind of giving us little updates. But as of right now, what the hell is your most hated thing again
Huh?
for streaming?
Oh, Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Yeah. Spectrum is my Streamlabs. Like, there's always gonna be every single arc of this TDG anime is gonna have a villain. So first with Streamlabs, now with Spectrum, and then we're gonna figure out what it is later on.
Okay.
Mm.
Spectrum. All right.
But
Spectrum
what I was
is
saying though before is that the Tales of Arise game has high
Microtransactions.
fucking microtransaction. Oh my god.
Oh,
They're
wow.
So they push that shit to you so much in the beginning. I mean, it's like, don't forget, you can download shit. Don't forget, you can download shit. You know, and it's I was actually
What, they like
surprised
to
about that.
remind you a lot?
While you're playing the game and stuff, when you first start the game, and when you go into that, when you go to see what they have, you can buy 10 levels, buy 20 levels, buy 30 levels. Like, it's fucking insane.
Sounds
Like, I
my
was
kind of
so
game.
surprised. Money, you could buy tons of money. You could buy armor, clothes. There's outfits, all types of outfits. I was like, fuck. There's all types of microtransactions for this. This is kind of surprising.
I'm about to drop some bread right now. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at ActRaiser just came. I just saw ActRaiser and another RPG that I was about to get.
You know, if
I
anything,
forgot-
guaranteed I'm gonna buy ActRaiser and play it. So if you just want to know my idea of it before you
Yeah.
buy it, then like
Yeah, please,
yeah.
because
I'm actually getting mixed
I'm
reviews
looking-
from like sources like IGN, Game Informer, all that stuff. Like some of them saying like it's really good, and some of them saying it's like Digital Foundry said it's really bad, but you have to power through most of like the beginning part, and then it starts to get good. So it's just like, okay, sure.
Let me know how it goes, and I'll definitely let you know how Dread goes in the next hour and 12 minutes, because I would definitely be playing it on the podcast.
All right, so before we even start getting to the regular news that I just mentioned in the beginning, all the recap and stuff what we're going to talk about, I know there's a topic that Randy wants to talk about really, really badly.
If I can.
No longer.
Nah, it's in my category, so you're good.
So yeah, I did want to talk about this first in the beginning, because I don't want to go too long with it. So, but I know you. I want to know your reaction to the Smash Brothers news.
At first it seemed like a giant meme. Then the more I thought about it, the more excited I got, mainly because you could play as Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at nothing but memes about the whole thing. One of them was the fact that he's released on the 18th, right? It was announced on the 5th, and they were saying everyone's deep diving it, and it's hilarious. But they're like, oh, Sora's being released 13 days after his announcement.
Calm the fuck on.
13 days, Organization 13.
Oh boy, come on.
Yeah, but to be fair, Nomura is kind of like big brain, because like, what was it? Terra's been in the first game from like the fucking get, but that's besides the point. Another one that was funny was that in Kingdom Hearts 2, when he gets in the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2, when he gets put in the egg, for Chain of Memories, they're saying that now it's like quote unquote Super Smash Bros. Canon.
Megatron, calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Your mic disagrees with you.
Your mic. He is like, Kingdom Hearts. What? Go ahead. Go ahead. Again. See what
It's
happens.
not the mic.
Put it up. No, I'm just saying. Your internet is saying.
No.
Say it. That's a turn off.
It's not my turn, right, Kevin?
No, it's never your turn.
It's not my turn.
Oh boy.
And you like that saying, right?
Yeah.
It's not your
So
turn. Say that to everybody you play.
It's not your turn.
It's not your turn.
Either way, on the 18th, I'm fucking getting him.
Yeah,
I'm playing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it. End of story. Fucking
Yeah,
on to
I,
the
I
next
honestly got excited too when I saw it. When I first saw it, I was just like, this is really cool. It was a nice build up. I think someone like him was a perfect final character. Even though there are a lot of other characters that are worth like being there,
like Goku.
like like Goku, which they said it would never happen.
I
He
really
can't
don't
be
think that's
Goku.
good. Like, nobody can beat Goku first off, and then it's like Goku can fly. Goku outright fly, so it would be just he's never getting off fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just to me, that seems like super cheesy.
Yeah,
My-
yeah.
My
I mean,
reaction-
you got Sephiroth in there, fucking.
and Cloud for free. You got Mewtwo as
Yeah,
DLC.
but there's people who know how to use a weapon. That's it. Yeah. Not
No,
like,
but
But
what
Sephiroth's a super soldier. He's genetically enhanced. He's literally walking steroids.
perhaps,
you all here
but
talking
still
about the
not-
silver-haired long sword
still not
bitch. I don't want to
Goku.
hear this.
I mean,
He's walking steroids.
Goku is
versus any of those fucking like you go, oh, Goku versus Pikachu. Like, come on, stop. Don't
Goku
stop.
versus Pikachu.
I don't
Come
know.
on.
I don't
Oh,
think
it
Goku.
should have been
Aesthetically,
Luffy.
Goku just doesn't fit. Luffy would have been
up.
cool, but
Yeah.
these are still anime
Luffy just Mr. Game
characters.
& Watch.
These are still
Yeah.
straight up anime characters first, and that's the reason why they would never have them. Like Nomura had
Yeah.
even said, like they have to be from video game franchises, and that's why he would never put Goku in it.
Us,
Oh, that makes sense.
well,
yeah.
it wasn't Nomura because Nomura's fucking Kingdom Hearts and
Yes,
know
you
you
know
know.
what I mean. Whoever made Smash,
Sakurai.
yeah, Sakurai.
Sakurai. Mighty Sakurai.
Well, the
Hold on, Megatron. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down.
Yeah.
The one who surprised me the most was actually the Tekken character. I don't know why.
Oh,
He-
Kazuya? Yeah.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
surprised
that
me the
That
most.
one was surprising.
Because even honestly, even Street Fighter, even the whole Street Fighter genre, because it's like you go from a real, no offense, but like a real fighting game, almost
Mhm.
like Smash is a real fighting game now, and
Mhm.
people know the draw of from what it was to what it is.
Yeah.
It's like it was the Nickelodeon game, and now it's much more.
Yeah.
But still, you kind of put it on a different level, and then to put them in, it's like almost saying that I think we're on par with all the other fighting games now.
Yeah.
You know, so
Mhm.
come get us Tekken, come get us Street Fighter. So you know, next year is gonna be Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat characters. Scorpion's
Yeah.
gonna do a head spine rip off of Mario.
But then it'd be so cheesy. Like if you do like Sub-Zero, it's gonna be the little blocky when somebody gets frozen.
Oh yeah,
Just,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
the little, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. First order of news is I'm sure we're gonna have a long debate about this. So, I'm gonna keep track of the time, but we'll see how long we can get this to go. If anything, we could just cut out some of the regular news articles, and we could talk about that really briefly, or just skip them all together. We will see. But the first thing I want to talk about is Twitch. For those who don't know, past couple days, this week, Twitch was hacked, and a lot of information was leaked, especially financial information was leaked that showed a lot of popular Twitch streamers were getting paid a lot of money. They're showing their income basically, and majority of the highest income on the list were men. They were male. And a lot of people were going crazy. Oh, here's another platform where the women are underdogs. The women are being overlooked. They're not getting paid the same way. So this is something I can agree with. Yes, it's another industry where like women can be overlooked and stuff, and especially nowadays because this generation, majority is not male anymore. The gaming industry, a lot of it's pretty much 50-50 when it comes to men and women playing games, developing games, things like that. My issue wasn't with that. What I wanted to talk about mostly was just the fact that when this was announced, I was actually surprised that women weren't paid more higher than men because of just this overwhelming exposure of what I would call like boob streamers, titty streamers, whatever you want to call them, hot tub streamers. There's all these different names for them that they pretty much is these hot girls in cosplay or wearing almost next to nothing, sometimes in a hot tub, getting impressionable young men their attention.
Call them simps. Just fucking call them
Sure,
simps. It's okay.
simps. I mean,
Wait, no, you can't use that word on Twitch.
Oh, I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
that's true.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
That is
I didn't
true.
know
They
that.
they were working on that too. But
All
yeah,
right,
I mean,
call them
sure,
cucks.
call them.
Wait, what's the sim?
It's basically, the definition is basically like a guy who's like obsessed with a girl online, like a streamer or some sort of influencer,
Oh,
things like
okay.
that. They're kind of like, in a sense, stalking them or kind of always obsessed with them and watching their content all the time and just in love with them in a sense. Yeah,
Or
but that's essentially what they can turn into, especially the young ones. And I'm kind of surprised that, like, I can't go a day without going into Twitch and at least having some recommendation or like running into some page where they're saying, "Hey, look at this girl here," and it's it's one of those type of women. And there are lots and lots of legit women out there who are struggling just as much as the men, who are legit streamers, who are legit gamers. And yeah, there are even good looking like gamers out there as well.
Yes,
Females.
like this. Oh, well, even dudes. Fucking like this one dude,
Yeah.
Spooky. Fucking,
Uh-huh.
he's hot shit. Like,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Your mic is getting excited too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Mike,
shit was crazy.
This is what we
bro.
heard. This is what we heard, Randy. Yeah, he's hot.
spitting.
I could, but
I was like, yo, he's spitting.
That's all you got to know.
Yeah,
No,
so
go ahead, Jake.
so
Go ahead,
I
keep
know,
spitting.
I'm sorry I'm being long-winded about it, but I'm just trying to get like the whole topic at hand is just, I'm just surprised that like not more women were making this money because of the attention that they're getting over like this type of content. They're swamping Twitch, which originally is supposed to be a gaming platform. Whether you're streaming gaming, you're watching gaming, you're talking about gaming, things like that, and it's kind of turned into something else, which I really, really hate.
Okay, so you
And-
want to know why?
Why?
Plain and simple. You only watch it for 2 minutes at a time.
What?
Is that
Those
how
are-
much you need to like beat off or some shit? Like,
Exactly.
what's going on?
Those videos are only being seen for a few minutes at a time. It sounds gross, but this is what it is. Twitch streamers and people who are getting money for stuff like that get paid for ads, right? The
Mhm.
more contact you can, the longer you watch their video, chances good the more some type of ad will be on it, right? That means you're actual influencer. If you're Randy and somebody's going to jerk off to his hair for 2 seconds, they're gonna clip and then go on to not actually follow him, and they don't even care about him ever again because there are so many. It's always like you watch porn, right? You don't watch the same fucking video over and over and over and
Oh,
over
no,
and
no.
over.
You gotta archive that
It's
though.
it's a different it's a different video. It's a different 2-minute video, type of thing. Whatever, 5, whatever. Regardless, it's short-term video that
Yes,
you watch.
but-
That's what's happening with that. So the people who are actually like an actual influencer, or who actually has something that people want to hear, whether it's man or women, because there are women that are large, check-ins, whatever it is that people really want to hear what they're saying. Those people have actual followers. All the other followers are just fake. You don't wait for the new Twitch stream to see a movie
Well,
video.
so the thing is with Twitch and these followers is that once you follow someone, like Twitch sponsors, they keep track of not just how long a person's watching. Sure, they can watch for 2 minutes,
Yes.
but how many followers they have in general, and how many are logging in at one at a time.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody's actually following all these videos.
But
There's tons of them.
these
They're not actually getting
hundreds of
followers.
these hundreds of thousands of followers, they are giving them money, whether it be through PayPal, whether it be through what's the other thing, Patreon, and then on top of that, a lot of these women, they're leading them outside of Twitch and bringing them to OnlyFans or a lot of other outlets like that in order to get paid out from that. So it's not just Twitch. Yes, you're right. This is the reason why they're probably not getting paid as much, is because they're either not sticking around that long, or they're getting out of Twitch and going on to their other platforms and paying them that way. Still, that's kind of like the discussion I wanted to have is just the whole like epidemic or pandemic of these type of streamers that I feel like don't belong on Twitch. Like they should have their own platform. They should have their own type of sources of income or sources of influence and things like that. If you're interested in those things, like it's gotten to a point where Twitch had to make a damn category for hot tubs because it had gotten that bad. Why? Like why? What about Randy?
I'm gonna
Kevin?
type most of my shit. No, I'm gonna type most of my shit mainly because it's like I will sound like Megatron here and there. If I sound okay now, it's just gonna be yes, okay. Women are underpaid when it comes to the Twitch platform, but that's solely looking at the Twitch numbers.
Yes.
Most of the titty streamers, they do have OnlyFans. That with that, they will get a lot of their fucking income there. So if you switch that and see the numbers that they're getting, they're probably getting paid more than the guys are getting paid
Absolutely.
on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like you got Amaranth.
Hold on, you're breaking up again.
Yep.
It's like you
But-
can't talk for too long.
Yeah.
So like the biggest point that I want to know,
Bella
and
Delphine,
again,
yeah.
I didn't see him, is if does I watch Final Fantasy? Right? I like the Final Fantasy ones, obviously. About
Take a shot.
I have no shot to take on that.
No, not you. Him.
It's like too big of a swing. It's like painful. It's like drinking soda. Anyway, there's this girl named Zelfa, who's Zelfa, some shit. I can't pronounce it.
Mhm.
Zalpa. She's a big Final Fantasy 14 game streamer. Now, I want to know if she gets paid as much as like an Osmic. Well, not quite Osmic because he's at a different level because he has both WoW and, but somebody who's just on that level. Now, is she getting paid just as much as the same Final Fantasy male? And if not, then that's when the issue really becomes an actual issue.
I agree.
You know,
Yes,
not
exactly.
with the booby videos, and just the fact that why aren't these booby video fucking people getting paid as much as this? They don't have real contact, but she does, and she's not
She does.
flaunting her stuff. You know, she's not flaunting her stuff. She's not doing all that. You know, is she getting paid as much? And is she happy with what she's getting paid with? Did she sign an agreement with them to get paid a certain amount of money? And because she doesn't pay attention to what everybody else is getting paid for, she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and the problem is also is streamers like her, well, streamers like the like Belle Delphine and Amaranth and them, like they're pulling
Alinity.
away those streamers away from like those female streamers that actually deserve those followers and that income, because they're going somewhere else because they just want to see tits and ass and some girl licking a fucking microphone for ASMR and stuff. What?
I can do that for free.
Hopefully I can get this piece out. What is it? Another thing that kind of like plays into a lot of this shit is that yeah, sure, males are getting paid a lot more, but at the same time, women are getting a lot more.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you should turn off your camera.
And then, honestly, and it sounds fucked up, and this is one of those things where I'm gonna sound misogynistic, but I don't care. Do gamers as a whole want to see what a male, like, do they think that they want to see what a male has to say more than what a female has to say, because they think, oh, the female's just gonna talk about the glamour and the cutesy shit about it, while the male's gonna get more into aspect? Like, is that what Twitch thinks? So therefore, they have more followers. Like, I really want to know, like, if I was gonna look at statistics and see this, I want to see somebody who's apples for apples. I want to see somebody who has a million followers. They both have a million followers, and after saying that this person with a million followers is a female, she's getting paid less, then that's the only time I can actually say it's an issue. If they're saying that this person with a million followers and the person has 100,000 followers and she's not getting paid more, it's like, yeah, no shit.
I still think there's a stigma. I don't think it's Twitch really that's deciding, oh, this female is just gonna say cutesy shit. People aren't interested in her. I think it's people. It's boys, and it's some men that don't understand that females can be real gamers as well, and they could legit hold up a conversation when it talks to them and stuff, but they don't kind of give them a chance. So I would think that majority of female streamers get female followers because they're trying to look for that connection as well.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. So do you think, as a business standpoint, if you were looking at I'm gonna pay Danny more money because I know Danny for a fact can get all these fucking alcoholics to come watch this thing. But I'm not gonna pay random damn Super Guardian shit because he's not gonna get any. He's not gonna get any drunk guys to come in and watch our shit because he doesn't drink. You know what I mean? Whether it's I don't have to be female or male. If I don't fit the mold of what they're trying to do, why the fuck should they pay me more money or the same money to somebody who will draw and will make more money? It sucks. It is a sucky world.
Mhm.
But from a business standpoint, it makes sense to me because boys are fucking will always go, oh, that's a girl. I don't want to touch that. Just the way it is right now. Yes,
And
there are going to be a few they respect. They go, fuck, she can play with the rest of us. But that's the
so
stigma, and it always will be.
okay, so I mean, you're making a good point that like straying away from the discussion that I was trying to bring up about just like boob streamers. Like you're saying it's more than that. It's more of just like women still aren't being taken seriously. The
Yeah, and
real streamers.
the real streamers aren't taken seriously, and it's all about making money for Twitch. It's a business. It's not a QT who should. Oh, I'm sorry. People aren't watching your stream. I'm sorry. People don't take you seriously, and we pay you more because no, it's not fair. That's
Mhm.
really not.
My thing is, my idea of it is, well, not my idea, but the way I was looking at it is very different because, as I would say, I love the the fighting game aspect of it, and I don't have anything to drink, so I'm gonna have to like put IOUs to the shots I owe, and I'll take them the
Get
next
drunk
week.
next week.
Yeah, could get drunk next week. But there are streamers that are like very, very like they have a great personality, and it's just like the community, not that they build, but that Twitch is like founded on, which not founded on, but has built for itself. Now it's harder for like Miss what is it, Miss Bashful Face, and that's literally her name, and she has the sweetest personality. She's very informative in the Tales series. She loves it. She played all of them. She literally played Mysteria before Arise came out. I don't know if she finished it, but she played it. And like those streamers, it's hard to say like what is it? It's the fucked up way of saying it is like you don't look at somebody for their personality, you look at them for their features. And that's what Twitch has gotten most of these followers to figure to like pretty much think about. And I'm not saying all followers, but some of the followers, like the booby the horny people, the people that just are there for like
The
watching this
cucks.
girl. Yeah, the cucks.
Mhm.
No, yeah, the cucks. And that shit, it sucks because then you won't see Miss Bashful Face. You won't see Cuddlecore, which is like an amazing Tekken player. And shout out to her because she definitely deserves all this publicity that she gets for what she's doing. And you won't see them as much on Twitch because Twitch only cares about titties and ass. But say we're not
They
about
bringing in
titties
the
and
money.
ass. Yeah, they bringing in the money, and I'm just like once they get they cut from Twitch, they dip to whatever platform they have. And
Mhm.
it's just like Leticia said. She said it should just stay to gaming related content. Fucking ASMR, like with hot tub stream, I'm like that's not ASMR, bro. What the fuck are we watching? You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
watching softcore porn.
For number one, like for our audio listeners, Leticia, we've had her on the show a couple times. She's on the chat right now. She says Twitch should stay game related content. Keep that clicky OnlyFans content on that platform, like just separated basically. And this is coming from another female. Obviously she doesn't speak for all females, but still we have a female's perspective on that. The fact that she kind of agrees that it should be separated, and these women are kind of just taking advantage of a platform that they're kind of preying on the young ones, because the young ones, the majority of the people that are on Twitch are young ones. A lot of kid gamers in there, and they're clicking on that content. There was an article that maybe a couple months ago that talked about Amaranth and her first time she was doing like this crazy ASMR shit. And I had to watch. I had to watch that shit. I was just like, what is this shit? What are they talking about? And she literally has two microphones set side by side in between her, or she's in between them, and they're like these fake ears on the microphones, and she's licking that shit like fucking ice cream, making this sound. And I'm so fucking disgusted by it. I was just like, there's 15-year-old kids watching this shit right now, and you're sending the wrong message right now, and all you're doing is taking advantage.
There was an episode of The League, right? That they go, the guy
Back to
goes,
this.
yeah, the guy goes, I found a new way of watching porn without my wife knowing, right?
Oh, let's
And
go.
it's called um raw test videos, and it has a bouncy test in the video. That's all it was. And so I said, like, it's not actually watching porn. I'm just buying lingerie for my wife. And you see the
Yeah.
bouncy test, and they put it on double D. You know, like it's free porn. It's porn that you can't get in trouble for. You know, the kids can't get in trouble for because it's just on
Exactly.
Twitch. So the parents quite don't understand. You know, oh, he's just watching Twitch. It's fine. In reality, it's like maybe you should watch what your kid's watching because he's looking at the girl in the bathtub. You know.
The kid,
And they don't
the
even
kid
have
that-
to be doing things like this. They don't have to be licking anything. They don't have to be saying anything sexual. They could literally have just the simplest, the skimpiest clothes, and the camera is pointed way down over here in this
Yeah, I got
angle,
that now.
just showing that
Like this.
cleavage.
Like this.
That's all they're doing.
Wait. No. Keep it
Oh,
like
you
that.
like
Keep
it?
it
You like that? You like
Yeah.
that? There you go. Hold on.
Now I'm gonna start donating. Hold on. Let me
There you go.
get my credit card real quick.
Oh, he
Am
splashed
I-
the tattoo.
Did I? Oh yeah. Look at that. Supernatural fan
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
All
Yo,
the titty.
Yes.
Give me that.
It's
Yes.
a supernatural tattoo.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
God.
Oh man.
Danny
You
made me
love it?
cry with Supernatural.
So I should.
I
So
never
I
seen it.
should.
I haven't seen
So
it.
I should post up.
I haven't seen it either.
I should post up an OnlyFans at this point now.
I'm
right?
look. I already advertised it before,
Okay.
You out here playing.
right? We're out here on OnlyFans. We're out here on fucking ChatterBait, right? Everyone has an Oh My Bod. No one's just donating. So like,
And the thing is, I got so excited too when I heard that OnlyFans was taking away pornographic like videos or content from their website, but that they were very specific on the wording that they said, and they were basically saying just nudity. So that means like no more like nudes, photos, videos, things like that, but they could still have lewd pictures and lewd content on their stuff though. So that still doesn't really change much of anything.
They don't have sex and stuff like that. Because a lot of the OnlyFans are doing that,
Right.
which is became out porn site. You know, that you have to pay for.
Imagine OnlyFans is like YouTube, and it's like the first 30 seconds of the video. They're like very nice.
But okay, at the same time, okay, this is my defense. This is my defense.
To what I'm about to say.
For porn. All right, the porn industry has.
Let me hear this.
There are women who decide if you want to strip and you want to do porn, and it's up to you. Same thing for a male. If you want to fucking work at, was it Chippendales? If you want to be a Chippendale dancer, and you want to be the bear, whatever it is.
Dancing bear. I was gonna say that.
That's up to you, right? Like it's your prerogative. That's how you
had to
make money,
bring
go
that
to
up.
college, or whatever it is. That's your prerogative. You should be able to do that. Porn is the same thing. It's the world's oldest fucking profession type of thing.
Adult entertainment. Yeah.
Prostitution. Yeah.
So if they choose to do this, they should be able to make money for it. And they're not being able to make money in the regular porn industry right now because of things like YouPorn or or whatever, the free porn sites that you watch for free for 2 minutes and then you move on to the next one. So they had to find actual ways of making money for themselves. And OnlyFans was that for a long time.
Here's the thing too,
is,
though.
hold on. The thing is that you could do. Well, I still can. You could do porn and make money off of it. It's just they don't want to be like in a contract, because then there are those that like. Yeah, so with that, it's like you're just like your own self-governing, whatever the case.
Because most of those contracts are limiting the amount of money that they're actually making.
But also that's some people's fault. Like Mia Khalifa, she had a giant fucking fallout because she actually undersold herself and she fucked her own like income up entirely. So with that, it's like that's her own fault.
But there's a lot of girls who don't know and get into the industry and get fucked into the industry the bad way,
literally
not a good way. Not they go on so like we've seen documentaries on it. Like I just went to this shoot. There was a guy in his phone. He paid me, but it was still really awkward. This is not quite what I wanted to do. I wanted to do some type of.
But then that's also why you go to like the actual fucking agency's casting couch.
Well, all right.
Fucking...
So we're getting.
This is no longer a gaming
podcast.
I know, but my point is that the OnlyFans was an outlet, and I don't think it's fair for them to take that away because they were making a lot of money for this. It was their new webcam type thing.
Yeah, aside from actual porn stars or anyone trying to get in porn industry, aside from that, like going back to like those type of streamers who are showing lewd content and things like that, I don't think none of us are saying that they shouldn't be allowed to do this. This is their body; they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
We actually agree on it because I'm not gonna shy away and I'm not gonna bullshit anybody and say that I don't watch porn. Like I watched porn before, and it's perfectly it's
Look,
perfect.
we all spank our shit
Hold
here.
on,
It's
hold
fine.
on. Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
So it's perfectly fine. The thing is though what the discussion is that how they're using Twitch as the platform to do it is what I feel is inappropriate. They should be going elsewhere for that content.
And this is
But
where I'm going
they've
to segue with
done
that.
it.
Hold
They've
on,
done it
wait.
with
I
YouTube,
have like
so
5
yeah.
seconds to say anything before like my internet shits itself. I understand that, but also there shouldn't be any complaints about, oh, we're not getting paid enough because they have another platform that's entirely
Yes.
different from Twitch to do
And
their own
men
thing.
can't do it the same way.
Exactly. We could beat our shit on camera, but we're not going to get enough money as like a fucking other guy, as other like girls, you know. But yeah, so that's
Or
all
other guys.
Megatron has to say.
Why your shit look like that? Ew, I ain't donating to this.
Exactly.
Why
You can
is
be pretty as hell, but
crooked?
then you're like that, and it's like,
Why is it lumpy?
you should really get that checked out. You got fucking doctors in your
Oh,
chat.
man. What has this show turned into?
Yo, my guy, as your follower, I do not recommend this. Your shit look
Can I pay for your hospital bill, please?
Yeah. So yeah. I'm not looking for a solution or anything. It's just an interesting discussion to talk about. Just the fact that Twitch is. I mean, people are complaining about male Twitch streamers are getting paid more, and I'm really surprised that females should have got paid more because of the way they're taking advantage of the platform, and a lot of the real streamers are kind of missing out on that real income because of those type of streamers, those lewd streamers, which I don't appreciate, and that's pretty much.
I
it.
still don't.
Bad
But I
apples.
still don't think like. But I don't think they're concerned with the lewd streamers. I really don't think
Oh
that's
no,
the
Twitch
concern.
isn't.
No, I'm not talking
What are
about
you
Twitch.
talking
I'm talking about the point of the article when they're saying that women aren't getting paid more than men.
Okay.
I don't think they give a shit about the lewd ones. I think what they care about are the real Twitch gamers, the ones that take it feeling that he mentioned, things like that. Those are the real Twitch streamers.
Yeah, but the thing is that the titty streams are fucking it up for the ones that actually want to play the games. That's the issue.
Not even again, it's not even that. We mentioned it before. Is somebody who loves Tekken might not take that girl seriously if they don't know. If I'm just getting into Tekken, I might not follow that fucking girl because I think she doesn't
no
know
tits.
No, because she don't know what she's talking about. She's a female, whatever. You know.
He's
I mean, not
making
that's just
assumptions. He's
misogyny.
making assumptions there, yeah.
Yes, yes, that is the issue. You know, there are younger people who look at that and go, "I don't want to see that girl. She's not showing her tits, and she's just a girl. She don't know what you're talking about. What's this guy doing? Oh, this guy, he seems to be good. Let me watch him. Subscribe." You know, and that's it. And that's why they might not be getting as much money as they should because the world is dictated.
Yeah,
by dicks.
That this is what's going on.
Like my earlier point, like I said earlier, and it's gonna be my final point, is that it's just the individual or the individuals that seek out whatever that they're into. Like if you like Kingdom Hearts, you can go to a Kingdom Hearts streamer that probably does like whatever. If you into Final Fantasy, it's
like spooky.
Like spooky. Or you could do like fucking, I don't know if you watch drunk. I don't know if you watch like Final Fantasy streamers. I watch them some like from occasion to occasion because sometimes they have information that I don't know about.
I do too.
And it's all about personal taste, and that falls on the individual or individuals as we're talking about that only like it's like you fit the demographic. You pretty much advertising the demographic that you want to come in like support you in whatever way, shape, or form. There are amazing female streamers. We're not saying that. We're saying that it's fucked up because there's some bad apples. We're not gonna say who they are. We're not gonna say, whatever they are. There's some bad apples that ruin it for the whole bunch. And if it's a one-to-one comparison, they literally have to be doing the exact same thing, have the exact same amount of followings, have the exact same subscribers or whatever, and then we can make that comparison. Because
that's what I want.
That's the issue, because it's like you could just say, "Oh, she's not getting paid more," but we need context. We need to know if they have the same. If they both have 1 million followers, 1,000 subs. If they both have like 5, let's say, 5 supporters or sponsors, and then we can make that comparison. That if we look at the finances, that they don't get paid equally. That's what we need to see.
Right.
You can make a blanket statement, and then like it gets everybody upset and hot and bothered because they think that you're just talking about like somebody that's even rather than just like literally difference in numbers, because that's all that matters.
That's a question too. So do you think that male, let's say we put together a male and female streamer. They both stream the exact same type of content. They're both charismatic in their own way. They both have a lot of followers and stuff. Both of them have the same sponsors. Do you think the sponsor will pay the male more than the female, even though everything is pretty much equal?
No.
But I think but the reason why they have content not to, yes, they can say, yes, this one female streamer has everything the same content, blah blah blah. But every other females don't make any money for me,
Yeah.
don't have it, and because of that, I rather put my money into a male who I think might get more draw more money.
You know
It's
what
a
that
fucked up
reminds me
solution,
of? You're
but
right. It's
it's a fucked
fucked
up
up.
thing reasoning, but it's
it is.
it's logic for
You
corporation.
know what that reminds me
Sometimes
of?
it's not fair.
It's the comparison that a lot of people make when women complain that the WNBA they don't make equal pay as the men do, and that's because WNBA makes nowhere near the same amount of money as the NBA does. That's the reason why they get paid less. Same thing with soccer, female soccer and male soccer, like miles apart when it comes to pay rates, and that's because women's sports don't bring
Here's
up
a
the
great
same
example.
advertisements.
And here's a great example of if they became to that level, they would get paid the same. Ronda Rousey, okay? Ronda Rousey got paid more than most men in that field because she became as popular or even more popular than any male. If
Because she
the
was a woman.
person, not because she was a woman, but because she was an interesting, she was judo flipping, she was doing all these
She
interesting
brought
stuff.
in the money.
You know, and in UFC, her attitude, everything it was, she almost brought like a WWE kind of attitude into it. She brought money in, and because she brought money in, she got paid. Same thing for a Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar came in with the same vibe. Oh, it's a CM Punk. You guys don't know wrestling, but CM Punk is a wrestler who went into the industry, and well, I don't know who does it, but CM Punk was a wrestler who went into the industry in UFC and got paid as high as the top guys because they thought he can make us money. He sucked and he got his ass whooped 3 times. So they ended up not, but he got paid more than because I can invest into this person. So if they can see money in a female or a male, doesn't matter what it is, they will pay. So that's the same thing that's gonna happen. That's gonna end up happening on Twitch. If they can see money in somebody, they will pay them. They don't care. It's all about money. It's all it's about. They don't give a fuck. And sadly, in the gaming world, men are more content generators than females for actual gaming content. I'm done.
Anybody else before we move on about it? I know Kevin already gave his final thought.
That's
yeah.
But I'm just
Stop
like,
it.
I'll just say get some help.
I love Twitch and I hate Twitch at the same time. It's got so many issues and they still got a lot of fixing to do. It's a great
honestly, I
platform.
still don't blame Twitch. I don't blame Twitch. I blame us.
It's the people.
I blame because we're the ones who are looking at the videos. We're the ones going to choose to look at a certain video versus another one based off who we're looking at.
I mean, but
yes, to a degree, because then it comes down to the whole.
Twitch never gave them any other different atmosphere. I don't know. You broke up, but Twitch never gave them a different atmosphere than any other. Everybody's on the same playing field. Everybody could start a Twitch stream if they want to, and it just depends.
I think here's the thing. Hopefully, this is what Randy's trying to say here. Just
look at chat. Look at literally what. Just read what the fuck I said in chat, and you'll see.
I can't see it.
It could also be Twitch's fault in a sense too, because they have to also control the not like a freaking dictator or something like that, but they have to control the content that they're giving out there. So for example,
be a fucking moderator.
A moderator, because for example, they have all these women who are swamping the place again with all this lewd content. What is the majority of Twitch watchers are children, teenagers, preteens, or
adult children,
babies. So and people and those adult children have a lot of money. So and they're the ones that are going to pay out, and Twitch kind of just lets it all go. In fact, they even condone it in a sense, because as I said before, they allowed this hot tub category to be put into it because of its popularity. So it's just like Twitch is kind of just saying, oh well, I guess this isn't that much of a problem. We're making money, they're making money. Let's just make this a part of our platform. So they're kind of just forgetting their core values and kind of just accepting this type of content, which is inappropriate.
Yeah,
But
But at the same time,
like one streamer that
even if you
violated
got
most of that was Alinity. That she threw a cat, she had a fucking titty flash, her fucking pussy was on the stream, and she not once got banned.
Mm-hmm.
no, she got
No.
she got
She opted to get suspended because she's like, oh, it should only be fair, only because she said so. Not once was it a thing that Twitch was like, hey, you fucked up and did this. But if another person did it, even another female
This
streamer,
was after people
they
were
would get
were
banned
complaining about
hard.
it too, though. Like people,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
ones that saw this happening or just know of it, they're the ones that complained and reported to Twitch, and then Twitch decided to do something about it because it was starting to get out there in the internet.
yeah, like
If
'cause,
people did it,
Breaking up.
hold
it
on,
was
hold
just
on, Megatron. Hold on.
Megatron.
Okay, so I'm not. It's pretty much falls in the same category, but there was, I think me and Randy talked about this, as there was a male streamer that accidentally showed like his ass, like he got up, his shit was and he got
Mm.
banned. Yeah, and it wasn't even like a suspension or something like that. And those are like the situations that I'm like, if she showed like a whole, if she accidentally had
bro, there was a
minutes left,
whole titty. There was a whole titty on stream, and she stayed on Twitch.
those are the type of situation that is like it doesn't pertain to this what we're talking about, but those are
To-
the
to a
things that I'm
degree.
just but I would just be like, what the fuck, like why didn't she get
Twitch
banned?
is just
And
as
had to plead
responsible.
for like it's just
Yeah.
as responsible. But when it comes to this, like the individual, you can only blame the individuals. You can't blame, like as Dan said, you can't blame Twitch because it's not Twitch's fault. It's all the people that's going to the streams and like hyping these people up or like giving them the following that they get. And we can't do anything about it because we're not we're all different. We could be in this podcast.
But Twitch can, though. Twitch can do something about
Twitch
it.
Yeah,
can't,
because I
but
can
are they-
guarantee you right now, if Sober Dan gets up and his dick is out, fucking
Our
TDG
show's
gone.
gone.
Yeah,
is it
because we're not Alinity.
Is it because our following, or is it just because it's, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing.
Well, here's the thing
But-
too. Like anybody who's not watching right now, they're gonna watch it later on when they just run into like the
Obvious,
the
straight
pre-recorded stream, and that's it. We're done.
Yeah, hate to see it, man. But I
So-
don't know. Fucking, I hope they talk. They like there's a discussion or something about like an open discussion, like a Q&A, and it doesn't turn into like a shit show about this. So we can actually,
Yeah.
sit down and talk about it. But
Here's
are
the
the
thing.
chances?
If anybody ever does want to like chime in into a chat about like heated discussions like this, like this topic I wanted to talk about, and I explained to the guys about this, is I saw this discussion about the income of male streamers on a Twitter feed. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I commented and was saying, oh, I'm kind of surprised that women aren't paid more because of the whole titty streamers, or however you want to call them. I thought they would have got paid more and stuff like that. And then I got people saying, oh, not all of them are like that. When in fact, in the comments, I was saying, oh, well, I know not all of them, a lot of them, but not all of them. I would never say all of them for anything, because there are outliers out there for all that stuff. End of the day, sex sells. Yeah, that's very true. So anyways, we're having a discussion about it, and we're going back and forth, just kind of at each other's throats, I guess you could say. And then someone goes and says, oh, well, I gave you a chance to redeem yourself. You're just being a moron or something like that. And like when it gets to that point, like it wasn't like that serious of a insult or whatever it may be, but just the fact that you have to resort to name calling after that, I was just like, I'm done talking to you. But I still had that urge to really want to have this discussion to kind of understand, to see if like where I was wrong or where I was right or whatever it may be. But there's no need to resort to name calling, because that doesn't solve anything for either one of us. That stops the conversation, and then we both don't learn anything from it. So I don't know. Like I like having these type of discussions, even if I'm wrong. And I don't know what is Kevin trying to do.
what are you talking about? We're not talking about anything. Yo, Randy, delete your message.
I have to get another drink. Fucking, I'm running on empty right now.
And I said, okay, I didn't hear her read that. They're going crazy in the chat. All right, so we're gonna move on from that. So that's the discussion about Twitch. If you guys have any questions about it or want to discuss it more, please send me an email. You can go to thedrunkenguardian.com and send us an email about it, or join us in the chat at some point. First bit of real news we're going to talk about is the New World, the game that was developed by Amazon. As of October 4th, 900,000 concurrent players were playing that game. So on its first week. This MMO has been all over the internet lately, and people are loving the old school MMO style. The game has a lot of grinding for materials, resources, crafting, and monster hunting, and is very PvP heavy. You can kind of get better everything, like raise up your stats and stuff like that, like Skyrim style. When it comes to like jumping or stealth, like the more you use those typical skills and moves and stuff, you gain levels for it. What else? So has anyone tried the New World, or is anyone interested in the New World? What were your guys' thoughts of the reception of the game? Kevin's shaking his head.
I think people are thriving for something new. Since Final Fantasy is been out for so fucking long, the past few years, like you get the year or so for content that you're already done. You know, there hasn't been anything new in it, and everybody's waiting for new expansion. All the WoW players are looking for a new outlet, and that's the biggest thing. They're looking for an outlet because, you know, WoW to them has got super, super stale, and they're just absolutely done with it. So they're all looking towards this new game, and they're kind of liking it because it's new and it has some new interesting things for what I hear.
Well, that's the thing, though.
A lot of
games. It doesn't. It's new in the sense that it's bringing old school stuff that's not done anymore. It's literally old school grind fest RPG, MMORPG.
But that's just the thing I'm saying is that basically what I'm trying to say is that right now, yes, it's popular, but and like most RPG games like this, when they first come out, are popular until they're not. You know, Outriders, great example, great game, people loved it when
Wait till the
first
end
came
game
out.
content comes out.
Yeah, and now it's gone. It's just nobody cares anymore.
What'd you say, Kevin?
I said it's dead now, right? I haven't heard anything from Outriders in like a good 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, me and Danny have not played. I don't know how long.
Yeah, it's a dead game now. Like plain and simple. There's nothing you can do about that. But when it first came out, people wanted it. People wanted to play it. You know, it had the views probably that this thing has. You know. So would that be the case for this game? Is what I'm saying. Is it just a case of people wanted to play it now because it's new? It's a new game to thing, and of course, you know, try to play for as long as you can until something interesting comes out. Because the second, anything, a new WoW or a new Final Fantasy comes out, you guarantee you will see those million players completely fucking drop because they're playing it now until November. You know, so that's my theory, and I don't plan on playing the game. The game sounds interesting. Don't get me wrong. I think it does sound interesting. I would want to try it, but no way anytime soon. I'm gonna try it. Probably not at all, honestly. Time to think about it. Like I don't even have a PC that can really play the game, so I can't.
I want to go next because my point is quick. So I literally bought the game on the podcast, right? And it doesn't pertain to it, but it's gonna relate to it later. I'm playing Australia Ascending, and that game gives you a lot of people to play with in the beginning. It gives you a whole fucking party at the beginning of the game. Nothing important about that. But what was the question again?
Have you tried or interested in playing New World? And what are your thoughts on the reception of the game?
To be honest, I don't, and it's not because it could be doing something new and like now like new as in the concept of it's something that we're not doing that hasn't been done in a while, but that doesn't make me want to play the game just because you're doing it. I can find literally a game that I haven't played in like 7-8 years and it was doing something that you're doing now that I played like that time. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that, and I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. I won't waste my time on it. Somebody else can play that game and they can enjoy it, and that's the thing that it's gonna fall down to is like, am I really gonna play it? Because for me, to you, I could be like, yo, you're gonna get the new accolades. You're gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna be like, why? It's the same shit you played like whatever years ago. You know what I mean? And then it's not. It's completely different. So that's the whole thing of like it doesn't sound appealing. It doesn't look appealing to me. and I'm not gonna shut the game out just because. Oh, ActRaiser,
Revengeance.
Oh, he just
Randy,
starts beating the president up. with his
Randy,
bare
what about
fists.
you?
I've only
Speak
seen like
slowly.
I have only seen the
Working.
box
Yes.
image.
Oh, I thought you were
Is it good now or no?
It
Yeah.
is. It was.
Oh,
You started
anyways,
talking, it fucked up.
I don't care for MMOs anymore. I don't have the
Mhm.
time for it. So if they like it, they like it. If it stays good later on, I might try it like a couple years down the line. But as of right now, it's just like any other MMO when it gets released. It's fresh, it's new. ESO did the same shit. Fucking Lord of the Rings Online did the same shit. Fucking even Neverwinter, the D&D MMO. When they were fresh, they were great.
Mhm.
Guild Wars, same fucking
Mhm.
thing.
I was
got
heavy
Guild
on
Wars,
Guild
yeah.
Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, the Guild Wars is awesome, but now you don't hear about it. Guild Wars 2, when it came out, it was still fucking good, but now you don't hear about it. So if we still hear about New World like a couple months or next year down the line, then all right, I might give it a shot. But nah, everything fizzles out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are right. This is the new thing. It's the trend right now. People want to try it to see what the hype is about, and I'm sure it'll die down at some point. Like I'm not interested in the game mostly because it is traditional. I'm not interested in traditional MMOs anymore. Final Fantasy is probably as close as traditional as it can get, and that's not really. I wouldn't even call it that anymore. Maybe like a Realm Reborn, like well, not Realm Reborn, before a Realm Reborn, maybe we would call it traditional. But
Yeah.
I'm already playing Final Fantasy online, and I'm playing Destiny. Like those are my MMOs, and I'm not ready for another one, especially when it's such a grind fest, some classic grind fest like that.
Shooting
Whoa,
MMO?
whoa, 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 whoa,
What is that?
whoa.
Say it again.
Optimus, what?
Fuck you.
Says what? Optimus says what?
What? Is it? Don't you have like a shooting MMO that you play?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
fucking day for no
Destiny.
reason. It's the same game every. Take a shot.
You motherfucker.
Sorry, Drunk Danny. What was it?
Out of frustration, Sylvie just said take a shot. Nah, from the bottle. Don't pour a shot. Drink it straight from the
Oh
bottle.
my
From the
god!
bottle.
Yay!
Hey.
We all suffer together. Me with the bad internet, and you guys would just fucking.
Shots.
So I'm gonna get another drink. I'll be right back.
Same.
Yeah.
Fucking.
All right. So yeah, I mean, New World. I'm not saying that it should do bad. It will be nice if it does do well. Another good MMO out there. The more good games, the better. But I don't see it going anywhere, honestly. Especially because it's Amazon's first game, so they kind of like let's see how well they handle their first game like that. Oh, Kevin left too.
With the get. They
Yeah,
both want to get whatever.
They want to get the drinks. So, Danny, yeah, how's the weather?
They're good. It's 85 always. Yeah. Florida, can't go wrong with that.
Fucking
I was over
Florida.
there.
It does not stop fucking raining over here, man. It's so depressing.
I just been raining that much over there. A little bit, but
It's like hurricane rain like every week. Like it's been raining at least twice a week, every week for like the past maybe 4 months. It's depressing.
that's depressing. Fuck
I'm
that.
still waiting for the rest of these guys.
Damn, they really just like fucking
They
left.
just up and left. Man.
So how about them Yankees?
Yeah, Yankees. Woohoo. Ooh, man. There he is.
What's up?
It's your boy Boneless Bone. Walked away and I was
Again,
saying,
with another
Walking
video.
away.
And we're from this podcast on another video in this stream. Yeah, I'm scared to talk to people in this game because I think they're gonna join my party.
You got to raise your volume on your mic.
Do I really?
I raised you up on Discord a couple of times already. You're still low.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah,
Probably
that's
got to
better.
just blast it to. Because the thing is, I don't want it to be like too loud, and then like I'm screaming at you. Hold on.
Mm.
Get ready for it, Dan. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. How's that?
Oh, beautiful.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. I'll just leave it at max
Yeah,
then.
that's good.
All right, cool. Nah, I said I was scared to talk to people in this game because they were just like throwing people at me, like in
What
my
game?
party. And I was just like, yeah, Estrella
Oh,
Ascending.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So since we got a third person, we can still talk a little bit about what's the next article is. Friday the 13th developers Ilphonic is working on a Ghostbusters game. They also made another asymmetric game, Predator Hunting Grounds. For those who don't know asymmetric games, it's pretty much 4 versus 1. So you got like one super powered like enemy, creature, whatever it may be, versus 4 other players, and they're trying to either survive or trying to finish the missions or whatever, or try to kill the one person.
Like, what was it? Fuck, what was that game with the big monster?
Evolve.
Whoa. Evolve.
Evolve. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Evolve was
games.
another one, but it's not by them. But yes, Evolve is an asymmetric game. So IGN article mentions the studio co-founder Raphael Sadiq talks about it very briefly during an interview on a music podcast called Questlove Supreme. So not much else is known about this game, just pretty much that they're developing it. So I think honestly, the fact that they make asymmetric type games, they're probably gonna make this an asymmetric type games, like 4 Ghostbusters versus 1 ghost or creature or whatever it may be. What do you guys think of that idea? And do you guys think we even need another Ghostbusters game, especially with the craze going on with the new Ghostbusters movie coming out? Danny,
Wasn't there like hold on? Wasn't there
Yeah.
another Ghostbuster movie? Is it just coming out with like the kid from
yeah, it comes out in about a month or 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
So here's what I think. If they base it off that fucking Stranger Things Ghostbusters, I think you could be shooting yourself in the foot. It all depends on how good the movie is. Can't really compare it to the first.
Well, do you
few.
think they would tie it into that movie? I don't think they would tie it into it though.
That's what I'm saying. I seen them do stupid shit, so you never know. You know, they could be making this to make it tie into that movie or a prequel or whatever. How Egon died, or because that's part of the spoilers. That's not part of the main story of the new movie. Is that Egon's dead, and in real life he is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, his son is making the movie. He's directing the movie.
yeah, it's the son of the original writers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the original writer of the story is his son making it, so which is Egon.
Which is Egon, yeah.
Yeah, so he's writing it, and he's story's basically about him. But it's I think I think the story will be good, and I don't think it's not. I think the movie's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be much better than that. Whatever the fuck that shit was.
Yeah.
With the all girl stuff.
That SNL hot mess.
That was fucking horrible.
That's a not.
Yeah, that was a complete fucking mess. I mean, it was a fun movie. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't Ghostbusters.
It wasn't
not even
exactly.
It was just, I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Okay.
But
did you not see it, Kevin?
What?
That the female Ghostbuster movie?
Oh no, I heard so much bad stuff about it, and then I watched 20 minutes of the movie, and then I kind of I walked out.
The funny thing is with that movie is like, if Ghostbusters didn't exist, that movie would be good and fun. But the fact that like there are hardcore Ghostbusters people out there expecting a specific type of sense of humor and satire and all, these different expectations, like that movie wasn't it. That's why it was bad. Yeah. Not because it had females in it, as many people were trying to make a big deal about.
Yeah, it just wasn't Ghostbusters, like, and that's what people were like. That was the whole issue. It's not that you're a female cast. It's you could be the best female cast or the best male cast, and because a movie is not, that's like making Pretty Woman about a man. The fuck? It doesn't work the same way. Yeah, it doesn't work the same way, and that's the whole issue. Like, it's not the cast. It wasn't the movie, because the movie pretty much writes itself. It was just how they directed it, produced it, whatever. How they were working on the movie. They didn't work it to like cater to like fans or whatever. And then when they did, it was like a It was like, oh look, look at this thing that happens here. You know what I mean? Like
Look,
it
they
was
put
trying
Marshmallow Man.
they put Marshmallow Man, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. Where's my cast at? Where's my bro at?
Yeah.
But that's what it was, and that's
Well,
how.
So what do you think about the idea of like an asymmetric Ghostbusters game, or just another
It's cool.
Ghostbusters game?
It's cool because the Ghostbuster games are always like unique. Like they had like the twin stick shooter one that's like 4 players and it's like Luigi's name, and that game was fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear anything else about a Ghostbuster game for like till now. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I like it as long as
The last Ghostbusters we played with was with the like Gears of War type of over the shoulder shit.
That was actually considered. So that game was actually the script to that game, or the story to that game, was supposed to be what the sequel, what the third movie was supposed to be, and they turned it into a game instead. So that was a straight up connection to Ghostbusters 1 and 2, which made it even better.
And it was really good. I mean, it was a great movie, a great game. It's just not just the story, but the way it played, the way you kept the ghost, the way you did all that.
So
it felt super fun. And if they, the sad part is if they were to even copy a little bit of that, it would be great. But because they're trying to, and again, to me, I said it all depends on what they're going off of. If they're gonna go off to the original cast, and maybe this might be fun. But if they're gonna try to make a new Ghostbusters type of thing, which is I feel like is gonna end up happening, create your own Ghostbuster type of thing. I think it's gonna fail.
Yeah. So you think it's more of a cash grab type of thing?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a quick cash grab that they're gonna try to do. They're gonna tie it into the horror movie, or not horror, but it's actually I think it's gonna be good. But they're either gonna tie it into the movie, or they're going to turn it into something else that it didn't need to be. Something should be left alone. Some things aren't good as games.
Yeah,
and some things aren't good as movies.
Randy, I know you wanted to say something. I know that you're being hesitant today because of that damn internet.
That goddamn Decepticon that's in your house, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't care much for the game like Friday or Evolve. You don't like asymmetric shooters? He's gonna type it up.
We gonna have to look at his words.
he's giving up.
A
game like the first game would have been nice. Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want an asymmetric shooter either. Like, I think they're cool concepts, but I'm not into them. I played Evolve, and that kind of put me off after that, since it wasn't that balanced of a game. I'll try it as long as I have the right party. Yeah, that's true too. Oh, it would be nice if it's a 4-player co-op too. Yeah,
I'm down.
Hell yeah.
Evolve was only good when the first monster. Yeah. After that, it was weird.
It was weird.
Weird, like good, like Step Bro.
All right, we're good. Yeah, that's not the stepbrother he was talking about.
Not at all.
What you meant the movie Stepbro?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The Ghostbusters would be a cash grab where you play as Marshmallow or the Fat Ghost. Ooh, Marshmallow Man, that's kind of fun. That'll be kind of cool. Or Gozer. Play as Gozer. That'd be fun.
Well, Gozer's gonna be in the new movie.
Yeah, they kind of showed a glimpse of her.
They showed the hand. And,
yeah.
They showed the mind, which is I think is cool.
And the Hellhounds too. The what was it?
Yeah, which is
Zool and whatever the other one.
I don't know. All I remember is I am Zool.
Yeah, it was Zool. Zool was one of the dogs.
And the Keymaster.
Well,
the Keymaster.
Yeah, the Keymaster and the
I am the Keymaster. I am the Keymaster, and Zool was the
the gatekeeper.
I'm the gatekeeper.
There is no Ragnarok, only Zool. Yeah.
What the Zool doing?
All right. So we're gonna go on to the final article. So there have been a ton of rumors all week about Konami working on the revival of a bunch of their franchises, such as Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania. Some would develop in-house, and some might be given to other developers. So I don't like to talk much about rumors since they come from unreliable sources and anything can happen, but I do have some questions that would be fun to talk about. Keep in mind there are even stronger rumors now that Sony is helping to fund Kojima Productions, that rather, with developing a new Silent Hill game, as well as Bloober developing a Silent Hill game as well. So 2 Silent Hill games. They're supposedly making a whole world of Silent Hill. We talked about Bloober rumors before. They've made games such as Blair Witch, Layers of Fear 2, and The Medium. We mentioned that they might be good to make the Silent Hill game because they're good with horror. So if this is true, my question is, what franchise would you most likely be excited for? Randy, since you can't speak right now.
What are your options?
So there's Castlevania, there's Metal Gear, and there's Silent Hill. Those are all Konami. Metal Gear because the 3 remake. You'd want a Metal Gear 3 remake? This is really weird. I hope they use the Fox engine they use for the pachinko machine.
Okay. Hell yeah, let's go. Get these bets going.
Because that shit was pretty. No, gorgeous.
Gorgeous ass game.
Oh, wait, can you hear me? Fucking Metal Gear Solid 1 with the Fox engine, like updated, looking like.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, you're right.
Hell yeah.
1 and 1 and 2 because they had 2 parts, right? On
no, I hope they don't Final Fantasy 7 it and give us like a fucking like episodic Metal Gear Solid 1 thing, but just like give us Shadow Moses because it's already so fucking well composed that you can just make it look really nice, like the Twin Snakes, the Twin Snakes fucking treatment.
It's the
Where
problem.
it was just Metal Gear 1 with like moving mouths instead of.
No,
like,
I think they give it a whole, obvious. I think they give it a whole treatment, Metal Gear treatment, like they have been doing. But here's the biggest problem, because that would make the full circle of the game, honestly. Because in the beginning you fight Big Boss, and you already introduced Big Boss and Snake Eater and all that crazy shit, and then it was through basically because that part 1 it's basically starts over, and then you end up killing Big Boss when you're a snake or whatever. It would make a perfect circle if they finished that game. The biggest problem, the hugest problem, is that there will be tons of backlash if you do a new Metal Gear game, even if it is the original story, without Kojima.
Yeah, it's just like
because people are going to say, I think Kojima would have done better. Regardless of what happened, it could be the best fucking game in the world. But oh my god, this is so great! I can't stop playing it. And people go, well, but I think Kojima would have done it better.
So you think the game will be ignored because Kojima's not involved?
Not quite ignored. People will still play it. People will love it because Metal Gear has just as big a name as Kojima does, and people will still play. I know I would obviously still.
Konami does on Metal Gear.
No, yeah, I don't think he does.
No, Kojima does it.
IP. Yeah, Konami, because Konami owns it. So they were doing a Konami a Metal Gear game without Kojima. So, I don't think it would. I mean, it would work. Don't get me wrong. People would do it, and but it could come out great. But in the back of your mind, people will still say, "What if Kojima did it? Would have been better." It's a great game. It played great, but the story would have been better if Kojima did it?
Yeah, it's always gonna be that weird ass sentiment of like, because it's not the person's not there that they could do better. Like that's like damn, I'm making a lot of reference today. It's like LeBron James not being in the Cavaliers. It's like that. It's like it's not really the Cavs because he's not there or whatever.
Well, Randy makes a good point. Like they could just remaster the game so that way they still keep Kojima's art, or weird artistry, or however he made his game and stuff. I honestly wouldn't want a remaster. I would legit want a remake. And yeah, you're right. I would be a bit hesitant to
it came to.
How do you say it? Like I don't know. Like it would not be as good as Kojima would have made it. You're right, and I would think the same thing. But I would still love to see what a remake could do, or what they can do for a remake.
You could only do. We're talking about the original Nintendo game, right?
I thought we were talking about the PS1 game.
The PS1 game. That's what I thought.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about the original Nintendo game.
Oh yeah.
Doing giving the Final Fantasy treatment from the original Nintendo game. From the first time you see Big Boss and the whole 9, because it's something they haven't done. I think that would be fun, and they already have a story established.
Yeah.
I think that would make sense. That would be way more fun than anything else.
That's what you meant by the full circle.
Yes, that's what I meant
Okay.
by the full circle
That makes
because
sense.
they die. You end up killing the fake big boss in that, and you find out
Right.
that it's the fake big boss in that, and then you end up in the second part that's for Nintendo killing the actual big boss and actually ending the series, and then it starts over with Snake, who's the Solid Snake, whatever the fuck you
Yeah,
call him,
for Metal Gear
who's
Solid.
and then it would make a perfect circle.
Yeah.
The
Can we
game
just
is
talk?
over. So
Okay,
that's
never
I,
mind. I was gonna say like, but don't you like not kill Big Boss technically because he does appear at the end of 4?
Yeah,
But
you find
right,
out that the
full
big boss
circle.
you
Yeah,
kill in Metal
yeah,
Gear was a fake body, or was a
yeah.
fake was the fake big boss, which is in fact the big boss that you play as in Phantom Pain.
Venom
yeah,
or Punish Snake.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
Venom. Yeah, Venom. Yeah,
fucking
Venom
Kiefer
Snake,
Sutherland.
Right.
the one with the fucking thing sticking out his head.
No, you're eating maggots, Michael. That guy,
Oh,
fucking.
jeez.
Yeah, exactly. It was Kiefer Sutherland. You find out it was actually that, but that wasn't the first part. I think they had a second part for Nintendo that you actually do fight and kill the actual
Snake's
thing.
Revenge. I don't even think
Yeah.
that's I don't even think they consider that canon anymore, to be honest, because it
Well,
did so
and
bad.
even if
Sorry,
you
what?
don't,
Metal
yeah,
Gear Custer's Revenge?
and even if you don't, it's still like at
Yeah.
least doing that first one, you find
Yeah,
the fake
yeah.
body, killing that
It would still
fake,
be full
and think
circle.
about and think about the joy of killing the Venom, the Viper Snake that the Keith Lilith snake that everybody
hates.
hated. So you actually get to like try so hard to kill it. I
Yeah.
think that would actually be really fun, and they have the story already there, so they could do it, and people wouldn't really care too
Okay.
much that it wasn't Kojima because it's part of Kojima's world, it's part of the stories, and you never know. You might, if you're saying you're doing this, you might even be able to convince him to come back. I doubt it, but
I doubt it, but so you're saying, would you say that like your choice is Metal Gear, but like the franchise they should bring back?
yes, that would be the only one out of all. Castlevania, honestly, they tried so many times, and unless I don't know, that franchise just can't be. They would have to give it. Only way it could be good is if they do the Metroid Dread version of it.
Another side scroller.
Yeah, but like the Metro right now, they're making it's a side scroller, but it's a very advanced side scroller.
Mm-hmm.
But it still has the base of what everybody loves, and I think that's what they would need to do with Castlevania.
You
Just
do
bring
like
it
an
back to old
advanced
school.
version of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, just like a Symphony of the Night, like advanced version of Symphony of the Night. People love Symphony of the Night for a reason, and they would just have to bring it back to that. And that's the only because they haven't done that in a while. Not with they've been trying so many new things, and they just need to go back to the drawing board type of thing. They've done so many really bad fucking Castlevania games, Castlevania 64. You know,
Yeah.
really bad.
Kevin, what about you?
I just want to acknowledge a comment that was made in the chat, and it was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snake HD Final Mix Birth by Snakes
Birth by
and Knuckles. The only reason I said and Knuckles is because there was a video that I sent to Randy about a move, and I'm not gonna say the game, but they say secret ball of darkness and destruction and Knuckles. And then I really saw that and I was like, it's great. I want them to do I do want them to do a Metal Gear. Well, Metal Gear, but I want the classic. I want them to give it some love, and I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about the fucking over the top shit that looks scary as hell, and I never understood the game, but it looks so cool and I would like that, but like everyone's saying, and like even I would say, is like if Kojima's not there, then what the
What's
fuck
the
is
point?
what the hell's the point? It's not even it's not even his game. And I would love for them to do that, but I don't know. I like I wouldn't know what they can do. And I wouldn't want any game for them to remaster or work on. Like they could do Silent Hill. Like I'm not a big Silent Hill fan. Probably you guys are, but there's nothing that they can do that would interest me unless they could do like another like a Revengeance 2. Oh my god, that would be gasm.
Silent
That
Hill
I'll give you like
Revengeance?
Metal Gear Revengeance. I would
Want to
gasm.
hear my controversial take on Metal Gear?
Go ahead.
I think they can do a better game without Kojima.
You think
Because
so?
I believe
Why?
the
I want
aspect,
to know why.
Okay, go
because
ahead.
the Kojima made this fucking game so weird and political that
Mhm.
some of those storylines were just too out of whack and nobody gave a shit about. You know, and just way too just one giant fucking movie. I think you bring it back to an actual game where you're having fun, sticking around in a box, whatever it is. You know, obviously, that's where people like the original Metal Gear. The story was fine. Don't get me wrong. The Solid Snake, whatever. The original one for PS2, whatever. The story was good. You know, the characters were fine. But the gameplay is what everybody liked. They liked the sneaking around, the shooting, the fucking I can throw disable the camera. It's the gameplay that people liked, and I think that's where he's gone away from in his time because he wants to be so artistic because he loves movies so much. He's a huge movie buff, and I think he's gone. He just needs to make a fucking movie already and stop it, you know. And I think that's why I think Konami can make a better game because they can bring it back to that and concentrate more on the game itself rather than this crazy fucking political thing is about the Patriot Act and whatever the fucking storyline got super crazy.
Yeah, I mean the core story was crazy. The politics, I know nobody really cared about that much, like the whole war stories and
Yeah,
things going on like in the background. But
and the first part didn't have all that. It wasn't about these fucking all these crazy shit. It was he had the fucking fox die thing inside him to secretly try to kill all these people. I mean, it wasn't that far fetched of a storyline that you would get in any other game. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a little twist that you have. That's it. It wasn't until the one after that where like you're on that the fucking we're rating and everything where you're like, what the fuck is this storyline? What is this? Where is it going? Oh my god, what are they talking about? Like, it got really weird and far fetched, you know, to me. And I think they can kind of stay away from that and go away from that a little bit and make a great game.
Randy, do you agree? Are you sticking with Metal Gear as well?
Metal Gear.
Try to talk.
What?
PSP series was dedicated to the Cold War. Same with 3. Yeah. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
but you,
history with that.
you know, aside from what Danny said, like, are you leaning more towards a Metal Gear revival? That's what you would want.
Towards a what now? Sorry,
A
I
Metal
couldn't hear you 'cause my
Gear,
internet shit.
a Metal Gear revival is what you would want, rather than like Silent Hill or Castlevania.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind it because Metal Gear is a franchise that I'm like closer to than Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would lean more for that. Castlevania is cool and all, but I didn't play that as much as I did play Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, fucking
Metal
dumbass.
Gear.
Metal Gear.
Just he repeats everything with a question mark at the end, and that's like peak writing right there.
Ocelot?
It's like what's he gonna say? Just the last word. That's it. No, but with the Silent Hill thing, it's like I did have an interest in the earlier games, but then once like the Western Silent Hill started to come out,
Mhm.
it really shit the bed, like really
Mhm.
fucking bad. So last time I feel that Silent Hill was good was with the PT thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And afterwards it was just really fucking difficult to even be what it used to be.
Well,
Because I
so if they did do a Silent Hill revival and it did actually involve Kojima, so you'd be up for it since he did that PT?
Yes. Well, sorry.
That would be more delving into his own kind of thing, because didn't he kind of get like cut off from Konami during the production of Phantom Pain?
Well, yeah, I mean, he eventually finished Pen and Pain, and then they did that bad breakup. But I mean, what these are all just what ifs because we're still just talking about rumors. But I mean, what if he reconciled with Konami? What if he's he still has his Kojima Productions and he's the one developing the game? But what if Konami gives them the blessing? What if they reconcile things? Like, would a Silent Hill game by Kojima be something that you want?
Kind of honestly, just to see what PT could have been in its like full form, if
Mhm.
anything. Because I mean, it wasn't just him; it was also Del Toro that was like really behind that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have someone with like really fucked up, get in your head kind of writing, and then another person with a wonderful grasp on fantasy and horror.
The best
So you put
grasp
that
of fucking
together.
fantasy.
Sorry, Daddy. You put that together, and it's
What?
bound to make something fucking incredible, you know? So, like, I do wanna see that through. If they don't do it, that's fine. I just don't want another Western Silent Hill. That's the only thing that I'm, like, really apprehensive about.
Yeah. That's the thing with me. With my opinion is that I honestly would like a Silent Hill revival above all, but that is why I'm iffy about it. Is because they westernized it so much that they killed what the game originally was in the first, especially the first two games. Now I enjoyed part one
Yeah.
and part two. Part two was the best. I loved the room. The room was really good too.
The room was terrifying.
Yeah. So and the thing is that the reason why those four original games did so well is because they were made by the original team, Team Silent. And after that, they kind of they got broken apart. They moved on, and other developers within Konami, they made the game afterwards, and that's when they started to westernize and kind of missed their roots, kind of like the Resident Evil effect. They incrementally
Yeah.
kind of just they changed too much, and it kind of just
They
ruined.
made it over the top
Yeah.
and just weird.
So
'Cause
that's what I worry
Silent
about
Hill
if
was
they
a
did it.
purgatory.
Right.
Silent Hill was a purgatory that you were, like, kinda doomed to live whatever the fuck it was that you, like, suffered already or did.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Western ones, it just made it where Silent Hill was an entity of its own, where it, like, it was almost innocent, if anything.
Breaking up.
That was
Yep. Okay. And that's it for Megatron. Anyone else?
Well, so I mean, what I was saying is like Silent Hill is what I would like a revival from, but that's only if they kind of go back to their roots and kind of do the more innovative things that they did back in the day with the whole fog and everything, and the how do you say the buildup of the tension rather than just jump scares and action. You know what I mean? So that's what made the game so good back then. So I would want a Silent Hill one. I want to get scared. I want some interesting like what the fuck moments, and what the hell is Silent Hill again, and you know, whoever it is that you're playing as, what's their backstory and why they're in this personal hell of theirs and stuff like that. Silent Hill was Randy says Silent Hill was good at PT and 4. Everything else was just West horror. The town was the villain, making shit spooky to be spooky, not to make the character suffer. Yeah, that was the thing too. So yeah, my pick is Silent Hill. I would want that. Metal Gear I'm kind of over with already, and I'm happy that it's all done and over with. Like Danny said, like I'm kind of sick of the whole politics part about it and how outrageous the game, like the story was, and it got so convoluted that I just lost interest. Castlevania, I think there's always going to be a Castlevania game to play. There's always going to be, or something similar to it, there's going to be something to play. So I'm not really like itching for Castlevania. I did like the first 3D version that Kojima kind of helped produce. What was it? Shadow? I can't remember it.
What
was the first Castlevania game that it was the origins of Dracula? It was Shadows. I don't remember what it was, but it was wow, I heard that stomach.
What is
Was that somebody's
That was somebody's stomach.
I'm hungry.
It was a cat.
So yeah,
Lord Shadow.
Lord of Shadows, as it was.
He's the
Yeah.
League of Shadows.
So that one was good.
Castlevania, but God of War.
Huh? Yeah, it was a God of War kind of game. Yeah, that's a really good comparison. I liked it, especially the story, because it was unexpected that he ended up becoming Dracula in the end, or maybe like towards the middle you start to figure out, oh, this guy's gonna turn into Dracula, but they kept it very hush for a while. Second game, awful, so god awful.
Lords of Shadow 2.
Yeah, but the first one was really well done. I liked it a lot. But I think the roots and the best way that it's always received is like those 2D side scroller Metroidvania type games. Those are always the best Castlevanias. But yeah,
To be what is it? Lords of Shadow genuinely was pretty much God of War, because he did have the same backstory of killing his wife and his child without you realizing it. Yeah, because you had to go into like the Nightmare Realm, and then eventually had to fight them, and it was like, oh, so I'm just playing Kratos with a vampire.
By the way, you said on chat, Kingdom Hearts makes more sense than Metal Gear series. I disagree because I could recite to you the
fucking
Metal
100%
Gear story as
I
opposed to Kingdom Hearts.
went
And
multiple
Randy
I got
can excite.
multiple deep dives on fucking
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts, and still only give you halfway what the fuck's going on. Because they
Yeah.
don't give you the whole fucking story, so it's
Yeah.
different. They give you pieces of backstory to fill in other fucking parts when you get an expansion that comes out 6 years from now to fill in why fucking somebody's, heart is in fuck that.
Look,
Next.
Nomura couldn't give us everything. He just gave us a tip at first, and bit by bit, it's just like he's giving us every other inch that's there. Like
Yeah.
he's loving
guy
us.
because he's fucking constantly giving inches and inches and inches and inches and
I'm
inches.
sure he
It still
forgot
make
how
no
most of that
sense.
game works, to be honest.
Dude,
Yeah.
what was it? Fucking like fucking Sober Danny put in the chat. Like when I do start streaming, it's gonna be 20 minutes of me playing the game and then 2 hours of me explaining the story.
He gonna be playing Smash and just be like, yo, so anyways, this move is entailed. It's actually a move in Kingdom Hearts.
Break it up.
From Kingdom Hearts 1.
He was the one that made this spell.
If you actually think about it, Sora invented the Keyblade.
You want to know some fucking funny shit?
No.
Wow. No. It's like the whole thing is so intertwined that the menu music, it was actually, it's gonna sound so stupid. It was pretty much like put together by Sora and Riku, the whole Dearly Beloved thing. Because in
Oh my
Dream Drop they
God.
have the sheet music. It's so dumb, but I love it how like everything just pieces together at some point.
So we're gonna move on to
I'm gonna drink more of this right now, actually.
To the sober guardian, Danny. He's going to be setting up right now for the guess the game.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, that costume was sick as fuck.
Let me plug in my laptop. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was at that time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for that. We're gonna just play our guess the game.
Am I allowed to show
screenshots.
this? Is this spoilers?
No.
Oh,
What is that?
Oh, Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread. Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it.
Nice.
Wait, physical or digital?
No, I bought digital. I could have wait.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Because the game
Nah.
came out
I
technically
actually
today.
did.
It's past midnight.
Today, yeah. Okay, Chanel.
Let me know
All
how
I'm
it
gonna
is.
say is that they really fill in the gap for this story. Like Amanda don't like reading. I had to read 20 minutes.
What?
The best Metroid game has to be Other M.
Really?
What was that base? Now,
God, no. Yikes.
what is the best Metroid game? Because I heard a lot of good Prime and Fusion.
Honestly, me, I love Corruption. Corruption is my fucking favorite. For the Wii, where you like can use your Wiimote as a fucking blaster.
Yeah.
That shit was so awesome because like the way that you held it and you had the trigger, it's like you had your fist in like in fucking Mega Man's Buster. It was so. What the hell is that? Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it.
Oh yeah.
Kids, I just woke up the whole house.
And that's it.
The kids, okay, it's the kids. Every time that goes, and the kids start dancing. Every single time I hit it. They're half white, so they really can't dance.
Hacks. This man is hacking.
Cheers to W Werdas.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's back in.
Stupid.
Hey.
Everyone, cheers.
Cheers.
I don't have my drink.
I have a little bit of cranberry juice. Oh man, not the suck and bust.
The what?
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot happening in this one cutscene.
So, while Sober Dan sets that up, I'm gonna put my cup noodle in a bowl.
Gotcha.
So I'm ready. So whenever you guys are.
All right. So I'm gonna pee really quick. So I'll be right back.
That's what you put your cup of noodle in the bowl. That's what that is.
That's what they call it now.
Put the cup of noodle in the bowl.
So mine will start once. There's a cool like into it.
Not spoiling the game, but I really fucking love Samus's new design for her suit.
Yeah.
I've always loved the fusion, and I've always loved.
It's more like sleek, isn't it? Like more like contoured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it.
They actually make it look like a female though. It actually feels more feminine.
Yep. I wonder
versus the original, which is like I honestly didn't know for longest time.
Oh
So,
yeah, you just didn't know. You were like, I'm playing with this dude. This dude is cool as
I
hell.
was
It's like,
watching.
dude guy.
This is random fact. I was watching. I think it was
like, give
Did
me
You
an
Know
opinion.
Gaming. I'm pretty sure it was, but I could be wrong. But they were talking about how the origin of the morph ball was only because of limitations in the original Metroid game, since they couldn't
Let me just-
since they
Oh.
couldn't animate
Go, 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 go,
Samus
go.
back in the day from Nintendo. They couldn't animate her to crawl. They instead turned her into a
Oh my
ball.
god,
that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
that's actually really funny.
That's actually genius. And how it's like those little things in games where it's like their limitations, like the Silent Hills, fog
With the fog.
is a great example. It's their limitations is what made the game great. It's like little things like that, like Samus was known because she could turn a little ball and drop another little dot as she goes. Eventually, anyway.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how every game she loses her powers, but whatever.
She must
Yeah,
be
it's
so
like
sick
Link.
of that by now.
I know.
Well, Link is
at least-
different though, because Link
Link
is a
is-
different
yeah.
No,
reincarnation.
I'm talking about
Yeah, Link is
that's what I'm
different reincarnation, so it's like them that reincarnation trying to learn. This is the same Samus. This is the same. She learned her lesson
This is
the last
same
3 fucking
Samus.
times.
Samus literally crossed the street, loses her power,
So,
has to
and
learn
then,
how to
it's,
cross
and
the
then, and then, and then you can't even say like, oh, it's a prequel. Fine, it's a prequel. So what about the original then? Should have fucking learned her lesson in that game.
Exactly, yo. She goes to this new player like it can't happen a 14th time, can it? Then the credits just roll.
What if the games
Oh,
kind of
God.
do that kind of gimmick? Like we just lose everything in the beginning.
God of War, Kingdom
God of-
Hearts.
Kingdom
God of War
Hearts.
was a big one. They just do that. And I don't even know the excuse for God of War. I don't think they have one. It's like
Oh,
you
Sonic,
things. That's it.
Sonic does that too. Sonic Unleashed does that. It gives you the
Mm.
all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and then you fucking lose them, and then that's it.
Well, at least they give you. But like some games don't even give you a game reason why they lost
No,
everything. They just
no,
do.
but
Next.
Game
but
logic.
he just did it, and then they lose it, and that's it. Because the only Kingdom Hearts that I know, not
Sorry,
speaking
what? What are we
correct-
talking about?
games that they give you like your full power, and then they just
Sorry,
take it away
Kingdom
from you.
Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance does that for you.
Kingdom
But
Hearts
it's
is the
because-
same thing. And they use a
but
really
it's-
bad excuse on why every time too.
No, okay. In Dream
no,
Drop
no.
it makes sense, but in
Well,
3 it's kind of just a
actually-
cop out.
Keep it to
Well,
one.
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it to one
um,
three.
so
One-
so
both
actually,
one, two, and three.
actually, let me tell you. Okay, so Sora, okay. Now, what happens with Sora's powers is that
Boy, hey, tell me.
in Dream Drop Distance, it's
Okay.
not that he loses them. It's in the Mark of Mastery. He has to go into the Dream Realm. I'm not gonna go on with this fucking.
Yeah.
All right,
please
Danny.
don't.
Danny, you ready now that here's here?
Ready? Here we go. Here's the first game.
Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck is that?
Holy shit! that
Yo,
looks
why
so
is this
familiar.
ColecoVision game on
No,
my
no,
screen?
it's for the.
This is
it's
for the
definitely that
Virtual
fucking
Boy.
Nintendo, like, yeah, that. There is no game in existence that's that red.
That
like,
bug looks so familiar though. Is this a Castlevania game?
No. This is the easy one. You always start off easy, but she doesn't get it right away.
You said
'Cause
easy, bro. My eyes hurt.
The main character that's on the screen.
I can't. It's a blur. It looks like Alucard.
It's.
What the hell
It's.
is
I'm guessing everybody gives up. It's
Oh, I don't
Wario.
know.
It's
It's
Wario
Wario.
Land.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
I
me.
see it. I see Wario. I can't see
he's
him.
facing.
Honestly,
He's
No.
facing left.
yeah, he's facing left.
I can't see. It's hard to see.
The
him.
red is so fucking bad.
It is.
The
In
red is
Virtual Boy,
just
though.
so bad. And honestly, this is how you when you played the game. This is what you saw. This is
Yeah.
actually like the better version.
Oh my
Are
god.
you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
No.
Do I get like half a point for
Oh,
pointing out the
yeah.
Virtual Boy or some shit?
Yeah, yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell is this?
Oh, I know
You
what
don't know
is.
this? Come on.
That's
Oh,
easy.
come
dude,
on.
it's fucking Games Database. That's what
Nah,
it is.
bro. That's.
I saw that. Somebody could say that.
Can I say it?
Yeah, go on, Kev.
Isn't it Ninja Gaiden? The original Ninja
Yep,
Gaiden?
is.
the original
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden. I remember playing this like the next
The
level
controller
over
breaker.
and over and over. I only got to like 2 levels, but definitely remember this part.
I do hate this game with a
Yeah,
passion.
it-
Honestly,
it's a controller
seeing
breaker,
how
man.
like seeing how I have a fucking raging hard on for like hard games, I'm gonna play that shit one day.
Hell yeah.
It's
Just to
one
like
of-
get
yep,
really
it's
Nintendo,
pissed.
Nintendo,
No, I
Yep.
Nintendo
definitely one of
emulator thing. The Switch,
Yeah.
Switch has it.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But is it
Oh.
like true to original where like I'm gonna get pissed and break my Switch in half?
Oh yeah,
or,
yeah.
Like...
They don't
Yep.
change. They don't change the difficulty. They don't mess
Oh,
with the
okay, cool,
babies.
awesome.
Yeah.
I wish they could just have a way to make the game look pretty, but just update the graph, like make it look pretty, but keep the difficulty. Oh, what's going on here?
I'm not gonna
The problem is they would make
where I thought it was like Final Fish.
Whoa.
Say it again. He started doing
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I was about to say Double Dragon first, but then I saw the little ninja, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I
can see
tried to
Double
play
Dragon.
I tried to play the original Double Dragon with my kids. Fuck that game. So the controls are really weird. There's one button, like the A button, whatever, kicks backwards. No matter what way it kicks to the left, no matter what direction you're facing. It always hits to the left, and the other button always hits to the right, which
That's
is really
weird.
weird because you're used to one button hitting kick and one hitting punch. But if you face right and you press the A button, then he'll kick. If you press left and you press the A button, then he'll punch. It's
Now that-
really fucking bizarre.
Now that you talk about that, I learned something from I would say an anime that I watched, and it was on Netflix. It's called High School Girl, and they were playing Final Fight. No, was it Final Fight or was it Streets of Rage? I think it was one of those two. And potato. So it was basically a beat 'em up, and it was like the character would purposely keep their health low so that they get more score items just for that. They didn't let the other teammate heal. They would kill the other teammate and beat the shit out of them so that they get more scoring items. And I was like, at the end of the game, she got like 200,000. I was like, but why? Your teammate is dead.
Well. So actually, I did this move in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh my god,
right?
Where's your shot? You need to take shots.
Bro, look, this is like there's no ice in this at this point, so it's just straight liquor.
I feel you.
You guys ready for
Well,
next?
after the stream, I'll tell you what the fuck I did because it was actually kind of funny.
Yep. Yeah. Next one, Diddy.
Next.
Oh! I know this one.
Really?
Shit, Dan.
Oh, let's let drunk do this.
Oh, I can't remember the name. I played this.
Open the door, get down the floor. Everybody rocking the dinosaur. That's all I see in this game. I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh my god!
I can promise you, I don't know this one. Like he hit the reverse card on me. Like you guys were clueless on my shit.
Carnage,
I'm like
Carnage something. Shit, what was this?
It's close.
I can't remember the name.
No, it was where you transformed into the fucking animals, right?
You are the animals.
What was the game you just said?
No, but there was one that you like turned into them.
I mean, maybe you're thinking of Bloody Roar.
Yeah,
that's what. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
Melty Blood. Exactly. No, this is Primal Rage.
yeah.
It is Primal Rage.
Primal Rage. Okay.
Yeah.
It is Primal Rage. Yeah, I loved this game growing up. It was one of the dinosaurs. I played a lot in other trades, really. So,
What? Dan put a fighting game and Kevin didn't. No, I knew this shit.
I know.
What, so-
I
yeah,
thought Kevin would get that.
You know what
No,
that means?
I knew the game. I let Dan do it because he said, "Ooh, I got it." Yeah. I was
No,
like,
you know
"Do you really?"
you have to stream Primal Rage now.
I have to stream Primal Rage.
Yeah.
Primal Rage.
You have
You
to
Rage
basically,
won the
got to go
master
to
this
another
game.
state. No, you got to go to another state to play Primal Rage with Sober Dan, so you can smoke your ass.
Yeah. He gonna hit me with the Todd. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what's going on. It's unblockable. What? Everything you do is unblockable.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's on an ostrich.
Can they get more
Yes,
polygons
you got it.
for 200?
Can I get what the fuck am I looking at for 300?
Yes. Huertas got it. Huertas got it.
Yes.
Can I buy some pixels?
I know what he say. I can't say what
He said joust.
Yeah, the joust.
Yes, joust.
This game, if you read the original Player One book,
Oh,
there's a whole part in the book where the first key is him playing joust against like this alien thing, and then
Right.
describing the joust game. It's just fucking phenomenal. You think the game is awesome the way they described it. They described him battling the guy back and forth and everything. But then you look at the game and
And it
it's
is a piece of shit.
really
I played this and I was like, this game is fucking terrible. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Get me the fuck out of here.
The next one.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This is
Oh,
easy.
oh,
Come
wait,
on.
this is easy as
Yeah.
fuck. I know which one this is.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Isn't this the original Street Fighter?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Original Street
I
Fighter.
love the guy in this fucking really weird little mini game.
Yo, and fucking that's Ryu, and I was like, who
Yeah.
the fuck is this red?
He is right. Yeah.
You know, side tangent. I'm actually pretty fucking mad that they haven't bought like a red-haired Ryu as a skin
Yes.
for him.
Yes,
Oh,
they
right?
this right here. This
They
Marvel-
did when?
great shot.
Marvel versus Capcom 3.
Oh.
He has
No.
his skin. He
No,
has
but
his skin.
I mean like no, I mean an actual like Street Fighter game.
Oh, like actual Street Fighter
Mm.
game?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Because the thing is that MVC they go kind of like out of their way to do some shit with the skins.
Yeah.
But
but
Street
but-
Fighter,
but-
Street
but-
Fighter, they only do Capcom properties because, for who is it? It's either Cammy or who's Lucia. For Cammy or Lucia, they have a Rule of Rose skin, which
Oh.
is really fucking obscure.
Yo, now that you mention it, they have a what is it? Breast cancer. It's a research thing costume for Chun-Li and Ryu coming up soon, and it's like them wearing pink, and it's really
Wearing
fucking
pink.
cute.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
main
I fuck
Ryu.
with
That's it.
Yeah. Or Chun.
No, I'm,
The
I
I'm
Chun
gonna
one
main
looks
Ryu.
amazing. The Chun
I'm
one.
gonna main
love-
just for easy wins. That's it.
I love the characters in the background. Like,
Yeah.
how lazy can you fucking be? Look on the right. Those two guys look exactly the same, and then you got the two red.
Yo,
Fucking people.
yo,
who
if
look
you keep
exactly the same, and then one on the left, you got the. They look exactly like what the fuck? You couldn't
Yo,
like make
if-
these guys up, switch them
if
the
you-
size.
if you start looking further back, you see a lady with a red shirt and blonde hair and one eyeball. You can find her at least
Yeah, I
3
see it.
times.
I see it.
She's everywhere. She has a green shirt back there
Fuck,
too.
how lazy
Wow.
can you have been? It's just a drawing.
No.
All right, and the next one.
Let's go to the next one. Coco, Jesus, calm down.
That's
That's
Coco down there.
Fable. Fable 2?
This is the first
Yeah.
Fable game.
First Fable.
I love this game. This is with the little dog and everything.
Yeah, the dog threw it, gave it away.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna front. I
Oh,
was looking at
That's
the
a
website.
lie. This is not Fable.
It's
It's
not?
100% lie. I forgot. This is
It's
not
not
Fable.
Fable?
It's not.
No.
Fable.
That's crazy. It looks very long.
No.
What'd you say?
No,
You
this is
looking
actually
up.
not Fable. It's
Not
a
Fable.
Bard's Tale. It's a Bard's Tale.
You
I
son of a bitch.
never would have fucking got that.
I put that in on
Wow.
purpose, thinking everybody was going to say Fable. And I remembered. I'm like, fuck, no, this is not. It's actually a Bard's Tale.
You fucking
Good,
bastard.
good shit.
Good.
Goddamn.
I still would have said
Okay.
Fable.
He has with that one.
Because they had way more satire. That's why they saved the world on one side and what is it, coin? What I can't see what it says, but like it was very jokey. The whole game was super, super jokey.
Mm-hmm.
Danny don't say anything.
Okay.
Is that KOTOR?
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
Yo,
the
if it was-
lightsabers.
If it wasn't for Randy, I would have said, "Is that the Old Republic?"
So, so he had the Old Republic. I had Knights of the Old Republic.
Here's the next one.
To our next one.
Next, please.
What the fuck is this? Kevin, what is
come
this?
on. This is Soul Calibur.
No.
Wrong.
One?
Wrong.
I know.
So what the fuck is this?
Now you gotta guess.
Edge Master mode? What is
Yeah.
this? What the hell?
Isn't this Matt
Featuring Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, sorry, no, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Because Moo what is it more? No, it's I'm trying to remember what this is.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
fighting
Mitsu-
game expert
'cause
over
I
here
thought
doesn't
it
know what
was
the
Soul
fuck he's
Calibur,
talking
but it's
about.
not. It's probably
It's not, technically not Soul
it's,
Calibur.
It's technically not
It's-
Soul
isn't it-
Calibur because Soul Calibur was not the first game. Put it that way.
It wasn't. It was Masters of the Edge or something like that. It was something not.
It's more simpler than you think.
Edge Master?
Nope. Soul
The
Edge.
Soul
Wow,
Edge.
that's-
Fuck off.
Dude,
Hey. The first
It
game was
originally
Soul
was-
Edge.
Edge, and then they made
Actually,
it Soul
technically,
Calibur.
the original game was Soul Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can't remember if it's Soul Blade or Soul Edge.
No,
I think
it's
it was like
both.
Soul Blade. Yeah, I think it was like both. But then the Edge, there was some Edge company, I forgot what it was, that was suing everybody who had the fucking name Edge in it, and they didn't feel like going through that, so they put the name Caliber instead.
Yo,
when,
Soul
when
Calibur.
they made the sequel.
Wait, so is that how Soul Calibur became Soul Calibur?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why they continue with Soul Calibur instead of Soul Edge.
Soul Calibur.
Okay, first off, that's actually really cool to find out. Like, thank you.
I knew the original was Soul Edge, and I always wanted to know why. So when I looked up this game, I was like, why did? And then they saw that. I'm like, that's funny. It's just them being fucking. I don't feel like going fighting this.
Oh shit! Wow. So yeah, no, the actual when you look up Soul Edge, the blade that you see in the images, it is a
Yeah.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Holy hell! That's actually really fucking neat.
This is in like my top 5 RPG games.
I think I know
How
what
You
this
lost
is.
me.
I think
Yo,
I know
you
this
lost
one.
me at that one.
Drunk Dan, can I get my cup noodle and eat it on stream or no?
No, you're gonna be slurping all over the mic.
Yeah, the sound is really weird.
But first off, I don't give my noodles a suck.
You just swallow.
I give you something to blow though. Nope,
Anybody got
nope,
this?
eating.
Me,
Is
that
it-
streamer.
is
I
it,
don't know what the fuck that
is
is.
it Sweet Get In?
Yeah, just to get into to be exact,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Wow. You know, it's actually that's actually a series that I've like been kind of interested in.
Great
I-
series. Let's get into it, especially because there's like 80 something characters that you can get. See, the main character is the guy with the orange and yellow in the middle,
Yes.
in the middle of the bottom 3. He's the main
Yeah.
character. I forgot his name. Just has it up there somewhere.
There's one that I was interested in that I don't remember which one it was. I feel like there might have been a dragon in the icon.
I don't remember.
Yo, you know who I care about in this whole picture?
Like this was crazy because when you it's off, it makes you, because there's always like guy joining your team and then get crazy double team moves like they did in Chrono
In
Trigger
Tales?
and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
And also
because-
Tales of Arise.
because they have tons
Also in the casting couch.
of those double team moves, you always wanted to try new guys to see what moves you can get and shit like
Mhm.
that. And you were constantly getting new guys. And because you can constantly get new people, you would talk to everyone and try to convince them. And at the end of the game, to fight the boss, you would get groups of like 6 or 7 people like this. And it was multiple groups. The more groups you had, the easier it was to fight the boss.
Yo, but can we talk about my boy Kevin and how he just clutching this?
Next.
Alright.
What the
Oh, I could
fuck?
save. Yay. Oh my god, the save screen is gorgeous.
Like, if you
Alright,
thought the first one was hard, there's no way anybody's getting this.
Is this fucking Wave Racer for the fucking Virtual Boy? Like,
Bro, I think I
Jesus.
see either a ship or they're flying. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but it looks like they're flying. But I know, but they're in the water. I know they're in the water, but
It does look like them little birds, like they're kitty birds and shit. You know what? Those might be birds.
no, those are people swimming in the water.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Or drowning.
It's so bad it could be birds. You don't even know. Anybody have a guess?
I
Let
would
me
have said
see.
Wave Racer too.
They're saying that,
Nobody's gonna get this.
is it?
I don't even know if you guys know the movie. It's based off a movie.
Jaws.
I was about
It's
to-
based on a movie, you said?
Showgirls.
What the
man
fuck
says
movie is this?
Showgirls.
Waterworld.
What?
Bye. Nah. Nope.
Where's Phil Williams?
I had to notice that. I saw this
With
and I
Kevin
started cracking.
Costner?
I remember I played this. This is so bad. Like, you think any of those other games were bad? This was the worst fucking game. And they tried to do like a Kevin Costner type intro thing in the beginning of the game. It was just so fucking bad. This was so hard to see. So that was the section of games. I have one more game at the very end, but that's just for
I'm
fun to
still
fuck with
sticking
you
with Word Does His Choice, Baywatch.
the next set is actually name this game accessory or console. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's her.
What? Oh, that's the Infinity
You're
Gauntlet.
breaking up.
You're breaking up.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Nah, I know what game.
Sorry, Thanos snapped and fucked my internet up. So
Word? That's how you feel. That's how
Yeah.
Thanos feels.
It's the Power Glove.
The
it's
Power Glove. Did you guys ever get to see anybody get to see the wizard?
The Wizard.
Yeah, we talked about
We
this.
talked about it,
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, but you did mention.
In the wizard, I remember there's a scene in the wizard with the main bad guy, whatever, of his arch. Turns out to be his arch kind of rival, the guy he's kind of afraid of. Who's supposed to be really great in games. Puts on the Power Glove and plays a Nintendo racing game, and he's like as if he has the wheel in his hand. The controller can't do any of that shit. It's actually a really bad controller. It's
Yeah.
actually like the worst fucking design thing in the world, and
What?
And you basically still had to play with the console, with the D-pad and
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
None of the actual thing actually worked. It was really, really bad, but I just loved the way it looked. I always wanted one as a kid.
I
I have
fucking
no
for,
idea
I've,
what it
I've,
is,
I've, I've,
but
I've been trying to figure out what. There's a bunch of shows that I watched when I was younger, and they talked about it, and then they get to the point of using the Power Glove, and it just works like a regular fucking controller. I was like,
yeah,
Yeah,
God,
because
like it just
you
leads up
have
to,
it, but you're like,
oh,
it's
You're the
essentially a
fucking
dual
you're
disc.
the fucking
Yeah.
predator right now, just trying to hit self-destruct.
yeah, yeah.
But it's
It
not
really
working.
is. You know, you gotta got one hand to do it. The other hand's in its fucking glove.
out here looking like you're fucking doing calculus on
So
your fucking
true.
wrist.
Doing calculus.
The whole the Texas Instrument Power Glove.
Oh man.
That's
man.
nice.
Here's the next one.
Let's figure this out.
That's the it. I want to say Jaguar. No,
No.
Saturn.
My father got me this at a Toys R Us like yard sale type fucking thing, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh no, Sega CD.
Nope.
No, what the fuck is this? I don't remember.
I didn't even know what this is, Danny, because you probably played it in my house. Or maybe
What?
not. 'Cause
No, we
it,
didn't.
it was before, because we started playing the PlayStation.
Yeah,
This
we
was before
started.
I
Me and you started really hanging out
Yeah.
when the PlayStation was out.
Stop it.
Is this the Sega Mega Drive?
No.
Not the Mega Drive.
I looked that up, though. I almost put that on there. It's close to what you're talking about, though. I know what
Sega.
you're talking about. It's very close to what you're talking about. The Sega Mega Drive was its own console. This actually, the bottom, I'll give you guys a hint, the bottom part is the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, there was.
And the
there's an
top part, I
adapter.
fit into it like a game to give it,
Sega Master System.
was it, Sega was 16-bit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Just
the
gave
other,
it
the other
32-bit?
half, yeah, gave it 32. It was the Sega 32X.
32X.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I erased it off the thing. Obviously, you guys don't see it, but yeah.
Mm.
That's a
Everybody
Virtual Boy.
says- I had
That's
to put
Johnny
this there.
5.
I was gonna put this first, but it wouldn't set the tone.
No.
This, think about how horrible this was. Like, you have this mount, right? Now you have to hunch over to use the controller because you can't put the controller on your lap because otherwise you won't be able to fucking look into the fucking thing. So you have to hunch over, put the controller. This is the worst
Yeah,
design fucking console.
Danny,
and
Yeah, and aside
my-
from it, like burned your fucking retinas, didn't it?
yeah,
you remember my cousin Anthony? He had one.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
So did
how,
my cousin
that's,
Jose.
that's how I got to play it, and we had to play it like we had to set it on his dining room table and then hunch
Yeah.
over the table in order to put our face in it.
We did the same thing, but at first we were like trying out on our laps and trying on our knees and trying out on the bed. We had so many different fucking ways you were trying to do it. And finally, we had to put on a tiny table to do it. And then you still have to like kind of hunch and put your arms around. It was the most
Look at that
uncomfortable thing in
controller
the
design
world.
So-
too. It's so
I know.
Serious question. How did it feel looking into that fucking monstrosity?
You were blinded.
You were
Honestly,
blind.
you could only play the game for a few minutes, and you will go, "Oh my god, my eyes hurt instantly." It was the
Mhm.
weirdest feeling. And
You
I
know,
remember the first game I played was the Mario Tennis. It was the Mario Tennis, and honestly, it was the fucking Waterworld game.
mm,
Hated the Waterworld game because that was so horrible. The tennis was okay, but it
Mhm.
played kind of like those. Remember those the Game and Watch games.
Yeah,
It played like a Game.
it was an advanced Game
So-
and Watch game.
That's all
Or
it was. It
system.
was an advanced Game and Watch system. It was so bad. And this came after the Nintendo. You would think it would have something. I don't know. It was
Oh, this is the system
I know,
Nintendo would
right?
never speak of again.
yo,
Yeah,
but then, you know what this reminds me of? When people talk about like the retinas and it burning your eyeballs, it reminds me of Ghost Rider's Judgment Stare.
yeah.
the penance stare. Yeah.
The penance
Straight
there.
into your mouth, he's just like, "What have you played? Oh, you played this. I have to burn your pupils."
Here's the next one.
It's fucking Psycho Mantis.
I can't see.
The fuck is this?
That's an old school telephone.
What I love is that
Danny
it
knows
just
what
says
this is.
no. It just says video game system on it. Like
Because I took off it says the whole thing. I took it off.
Oh, well, actually, no. Is this the
that's
It's it's
insane.
Magnavox something Magnavox.
Nope.
Is that Coleco? No, it doesn't look like a ColecoVision. Definitely giving telephone vibes. Yes.
Definitely give it a thought.
Where it's just saying ColecoVision.
Yep.
I thought wait a minute. Then what am I? Oh no, never mind. I'm picturing the Famicom. The Famicom in my head is that colorful version, that red and white version of the Nintendo.
Holy shit.
No, I think that is ColecoVision.
That is a ColecoVision.
Okay. Hey, stop man.
Yeah.
That's the ColecoVision. You ready for the next one?
No.
Did you ever play the ColecoVision? This is like where you play Pong and shit on. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I tried to look up some games from Coleco from this system, and there weren't many. Put like that.
Oh, that's
like
fucking cool.
That is a lie detector.
That's the first video game console? I'm confused.
Yeah. Actually.
So what cave did you get that from? Like,
Tony built this with a box of scraps in a cave.
This is the cooler video. They have a bunch of like the images online of them actually being plugged in and shit, and it's just like wires everywhere. There's so many fucking wires, right? I don't know how this fucking console plays. Like, same thing for this. Looking up finding games for this one was almost impossible. I was like, what?
What console is this?
This is the Magnavox Odyssey.
What?
I was not gonna
That
find
was
that
my
out
guess,
ever.
actually, and I didn't
That's
say
the
it.
first
Fuck.
ever. That is the first ever video game console.
And it's funny that I made a joke about
W, where did us get that?
Why?
No, we
What did he
didn't.
say?
It's yeah. He didn't. He
You ready?
just- yeah, go ahead.
Bro, I could have just like finished my noodles by now. Like, what the fuck? I have a whole meal over there.
Nobody knows what this is.
I don't know this one.
Sir, I am 10 years old. What do you mean? Like,
I wasn't born dude, so this was around. This is the Magnavox Odyssey 2.
bro, he
Electric Boogaloo. Fucking
But
had a
isn't it? It's kind of extreme. How, like,
It's
this
a
is part one.
computer. It has a
This is
QWERTY.
part
It has a QWERTY keyboard.
What I
Why
love
does it have a QWERTY
what I
keyboard?
love is that Letty says
should be
that's
able to-
definitely a calculator.
Man's out here lying his ass off. Heard you.
You used to be able to play like the
That-
D&D game on this. Remember that one that I put?
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
text-based.
That was
one.
actually
okay.
yeah. The text
For
it was
this?
actually on. Yeah, it was actually on this.
That well, how do you play anything on this? What is this?
It has a controller, left, right. Like you can see the original controls. The one does left, one does right.
What is the button?
Don't try to- what
They both
Ooh,
do it.
okay, hold on. Yeah.
Depends in the game.
does the button do?
What does the button do?
So if
So what the button doing?
What the
So-
button do?
I'm gonna give you this. The next one is a game, right? It's the last actual game, and it's from this system.
Why am I scared of it?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Bro.
Custer's Revenge. I'm
So
gonna
you
stick to
guys
that one.
get an idea of how their games looked. This is from the Magnavox Odyssey 2. Again, I couldn't find anything from 1.
Dude,
Everything
just hold
came
on.
out
No,
for
look,
two.
looking at the calculator itself, we knew how the games would look as it is. Like, you don't have to tell us or show us.
He's
But
like, yo,
this-
but this is
this
how it
one-
looks.
But
Here's
this
a
game,
visual.
but this game has a well-known commodity. Like, is a name. It's a name value to it. It's a named cartoon that was very popular at the time. Attached to this, that you would never. If once I tell you, you're gonna be like, "Oh
Gumby?
shit, I see it." Huh?
All right.
Gumby?
So what cartoon character is this?
Popeye. This game is Popeye.
So is that green thing supposed to be Bluto or something?
Yes, the great thing.
And
The
Pluto.
fucking the
green
pink
thing's
one is
Bluto.
olive oil. This is some shit. First off, olive oil did not have pigtails, right?
Yes, she did.
So that's where
No,
it
she
is
had a
not true to
ponytail.
source.
He had a ponytail.
Yeah, you're right. She
She
had a
had a
ponytail.
fucking.
Yeah,
No,
she had one.
That does not count as a ponytail. That is literally a fucking chihuahua tail. What do you mean?
It was like some kind of bun thing, but you're right.
Yeah.
It was just one though. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was a solid, just like thumb up her fucking head.
So they had to. I bet you they had to put the pigtails. Like you can never tell, but it's pink. Give it pigtails.
It works for me.
Popeye's just a little white guy, and then he got Pluto with the big green guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was the Incredible Hulk for a minute. I was like, oh, I understand the green and everything, or like.
And I'm
Donkey Kong
not
or
even 100%.
something.
I just thought it was funny. When I tried to type in games for the Magnavox because I wanted that, this kept coming up, and it was a bunch of shots. It's exactly like this. I'm like, this is really Popeye. They really, and they had a great cover. The cover for the thing was phenomenal, straight out of like a fucking anime version of Popeye.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the jousting the jousting lore. You just read it, you're like, man, this game looks good, and then you look at it, you're like, man, this game looks weird.
It looks.
It looks weird as fuck.
No, it looks. That's it.
It looks.
It looks.
It looks.
But that was it. That's the end of my.
Oh, it's all of them.
That was.
Yeah, that was the last
you know
one.
what? You know what? Instead of giving us a Metal Gear Solid remake or a Silent Hill remake, give us a Popeye remake.
Can we get that? Can you guys?
Gotta stop sharing this.
No, but nowadays they'll just consider Popeye toxic masculinity.
Yeah, because
right.
Bro, you can't hate the man because he eats his spinach.
I know,
and
right?
he's doing steroids right there and then.
That's why he has this speech.
Fucking Pluto just literally would beat and abuse fucking all of them all the time. Because they were like in a relationship and Popeye would come save the day. It was just.
What kind of shit is this?
Or you can watch the cracked out version of Robin Williams too. He's fucking super high.
I think that was his first movie, wasn't it?
Which one?
Yeah, first like movie.
Or breakout movie or some shit like that.
No, it wasn't Smoke and Minnie he broke out from. But that was
Oh
exactly
yeah, right, yeah. Well, movie, yeah.
He was just super. He talks about okay, it's about the whole movie.
Well, just for the sake of still keeping a conversation going, do you guys see the trailer for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Welcome to
Trailer
Raccoon
for what?
City. Welcome to Raccoon City. I posted it on Instagram.
Hold on, okay, so when I don't sell a Megatron, you guys do, so I like had to piece everything together. So what was that?
Did you see the trailer for the Resident Evil movie?
Oh no.
Oh, I did.
How was it?
It was really good. I enjoyed it. I didn't know Leon the fuck was Leon, but I like that they showed the same scene like 3 times. So you're like, oh, that's Leon. That makes sense.
They had him he's in the outfit and everything, but it's just
like
he doesn't look like him.
Shots you just get like to here.
Yeah.
And you're like, who's that Indian guy? Who's the guy?
Yo,
I didn't realize they had Robbie Amell as Chris.
Yeah.
I was like, John Tucker, you gotta die, buddy.
Is that? Oh shit, that's that. Okay.
It actually looks decent.
It looks good.
I actually was very like appreciative of the fact that they actually did the classic zombie look over the shoulder thing.
Yeah,
like from Resident Evil. I was like, that was nice.
They did that. That was pretty nice. Yeah.
Wait, but I have a question. Did they add Leon to the mansion scene, or is that completely different?
I don't know.
It looked like they're combining the first and second. And to get in the part of the mansion, police station, and they even did the scene in the police station in part 2 when the oil tanker truck turns.
Yeah, at the gas station.
On fire.
Right.
Yeah, they did that as well, which is really fun. They took they look like they're taking a lot of the iconic scenes of the game and then making their own movie with it, which is what we asked for.
The game, I mean, sorry, the movie is not worth it if Barry does not say the Master of Unlocking or Jill Sandwich.
Or take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
And I feel like I feel like it's a lot of what do you call it? When you make fans happy.
Fan service?
Fan service. Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot.
You're breaking up a bit, Danny.
I feel like there's a lot of fan service trying to make up for the past movies. And that's the only thing that is getting everybody is that if they didn't make the other Resident Evil movies, we would be so excited for this. We'd be way more excited if they never made any of them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how.
Actually, yes and no, because Hollywood has this reputation of ruining any video game franchise with movies. Like we probably would still be cautiously optimistic about it.
Maybe, but part of it is that they kind of started
Yeah.
with that with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So if they didn't, that's what I'm saying. If they didn't do it, and this was 10 years ago, whatever the first Resident Evil came out, and this is what we saw, we would be so excited. And some of the graphics and all sharpest. Like they showed the liquor, and he didn't look great.
The liquor looked really good.
Well, this is a scene that he looked. It looked like WB-ish. CW fucking graphics. But again, it doesn't have to have the best. This is not, to me, this is not like the top of the line fucking movie. This is not the next Marvel. This is building a world that I think they can do great in, what we want for games, period. That fan service, but kind of make it their own. And I feel like they're going to be doing a lot of that. So I'm actually really intrigued in watching it because I want to know what if they gave you just those, and it was subtle. There were a lot of subtle things in the trailer. They didn't throw it in your face. Like that truck turning over wasn't something they threw in your face and started it just like the first one did, So that I'm curious. I'm really curious.
So if this movie does well, do you think, or would you want a Resident Evil Nemesis movie, like in the same vein?
Well, if they're doing the,
or
if
like
they're
Code
doing
Veronica,
the whole, if they're doing the whole jail, then what's his name? The Nemesis guy might be in it, right? Isn't that from that part?
I guess, yeah.
Because the first thing he does, he kills those guys in the police station.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think Randy finally saw it, so I want to know his reaction.
I'm really excited. It looks so good. The CG looks cheesy enough to be like credible for the time frame that it was, and the fact that the trailer used "What's Up" by fucking 4 Non-Blondes is just like a huge fucking selling point for me.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the scene of some creepy like lady all fucked up and shit. Like the game, the certain scenes, like they're gonna end up looking really creepy.
What I want is right in the beginning of the game when they get stranded on that mansion is, no, don't go.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of the conspiracy.
Honestly, it seems like it's gonna be serious enough to be a good movie, and also enough
breaking
to
up.
be very true to like.
Now go.
Let go.
All right, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Serious enough to be a good movie, camp enough to be true to Capcom's really shit writing, but it's gonna have its own charm within its own thing. So it's not gonna be the fucked up Mila Djokovic shit that we see, that's like super over the top and extreme, but something that you could actually enjoy, whether or not you're like fully familiar with the franchise or not, because it's gonna be a good introduction to it.
It looks like it's just a fun zombie, a good zombie.
Also, Claire is really cute.
Is she?
Yeah.
I mean,
where the ponytail at?
I'm not going to say anything.
They don't have
Claire's really cute.
They don't have a red jacket. I wonder if they'll do that later.
Exactly.
Be like the Easter thing when she puts on the red jacket.
Yeah, like they gave Leon the RPD.
Yeah, he completely has the outfit. I feel like they had to do that because he was a big guy. Like, look, you look nothing like Leon, so at least you have to put on this outfit that looks exactly like the game. Because it did. That outfit was straight out of the video game.
Yeah,
there's no people wearing that shit. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I could see him being good as Leon though.
Yeah,
because it was less comedic and more like serious. Because as a rookie, he was definitely like very by the book until 4, where he was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted to. By the way, Kevin, Resident Evil 5 is on sale for like $6, I think, on PSN.
I've already. Oh, you want to get it on PSN?
He's way ahead of you.
I got it on PC already, but okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So it's like either or.
What do you want? I have it on PC already. Just like
dude, I could do both because it's a really good game, as shit as it is.
All right. Do you want to do?
So
okay,
how about this? On we'll figure it out. But one playthrough, I'm Shiva. The next playthrough, I'm Chris.
I love Shiva because you get the bow, but
we balance. Right?
We do PC. You're Chris, and then PlayStation, that would be shit. And we're doing it in professional. Huh?
You're breaking up.
All right,
Whatever.
Megatron, go
Who
ahead.
cares? Well, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
Yeah. All right. Well, so
But
that.
ultimately, I think it looks good. I think it's exactly the movie. I think exactly
Yeah.
we asked.
Yeah. I'm
We asked
excited.
for little pieces to homage the game, to give us that fan service. I just hope they don't try to throw too much into one. And if you think about it, you can't really make a full movie of just the mansion because besides all the crazy secrets, that's pretty
Watch them literally just walk into the mansion and like
I feel like
maybe
that's
20 minutes of the movie is the mansion. They get to the lab right away, the whole place explodes, and then the rest of the movie is the freaking Raccoon City.
I can see that. I mean, honestly,
I mean, it's in the
'cause they
title.
and they also have to make it a zombie movie. So
Yeah.
they have to have tons of zombies chasing them, and the only way to really do that is in a city. So I can see them setting up the beginning, setting up that intro with the cops, and Flair said, "Look, I told you this is the controversy that we talked about, and the majority of the movie, like even like just 10, 15 minutes of the mansion, that's just like the intro, during the end.
Do you
movie
think they'll have
and the rest of
giant
it,
sharks?
What
Or
game was it?
giant plants?
I
Maybe?
do want I think they'll have something like they had that. That they'll have some stuff.
Yo,
I'm
they should have the giant spider. I mean, the giant snake. Actually,
Yawn.
that
I mean,
shit
this
was
like
scary.
is that or like they need a tyrant to nemesis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll have the
That's
tyrant
gonna end
in
up
some
being with the main. So
fashion.
at least with the main bad guy, I think, man, it could be the looking for it because they look super jacked up. But
Mm.
you know, we'll see. You know, if all we know,
Fucking Birkin seemed pretty convincing in his human form.
Mhm.
The dude in the lab coat. I was.
He was there.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one in the
Yeah.
video?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
was
he
literally
was
just like
recording
no.
himself?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't him. I feel like he was
Breaking up.
He had a
Oh,
split.
there you go. Learn to
Right
shut the fuck up.
That split second
Nope.
where he like looked over to the camera.
you can't talk over himself. Hold on.
It's so weird. All right, go ahead. He's taking a sip.
There she is. Oh, it's. Do you think they're gonna have? I know that I don't know Resident Evil 1 very fluently. I know 2 and 3 because I played the remakes. And Lisa Trevor's in 1, right? She's in the mansion.
She was in one. She was in one on the remake.
Okay.
So when they did the remake on, was it GameCube? I think it was. When they
GameCube.
did the remake is when they introduced that character.
Okay.
And I might keep it like that, but what I really want them to take a shotgun, aim up, and just blow up half their body.
Mm.
I remember doing that all day. Fucking part 2. It's like
I wonder if they do anything with the herbs, just like a cheeky little joke.
you know they
like a
They-
cheeky little joke with the
they
herbs. They find some herbs in the corner. And they're like, hey, look, that might do something
like
for
this
you.
herbs. He's grabbing it. You see him start smashing it up. What are you doing with that? It's medicine for your arm.
Or they could pull a Resident Evil. What was it? Village? No, Village. Yeah, Village. Where they fucking arm chopped off. They find a first aid spray. They just spray that shit together and then brand new.
They have to do that. I mean, they have to add super iconic throughout the entire series. Period. So they have to add it somehow to heal. They smoke it, something. I don't know, like one of those pothead scenes.
Let me smoke up this herb.
They see a pie and he just something.
Yeah.
See, did anybody see what it's rated? I didn't see that.
Say what?
Did anybody see what it's rated?
No, I didn't see it. Randy says if this does well, they should definitely do something with the mansion, like a prequel or something. Technically, they did. So if it does do well, they could do Resident Evil 0.
Ooh, let me learn about Veronica.
Code Veronica was a good game too. Code Veronica would be a good, I guess, kind of like spin-off movie, you could say, because Code Veronica, even though it was a very important piece of like the lore of Resident Evil, it was a lot of people don't like know much about it.
I'm hoping this does. I think in comic book world, in movies, they have learned to leave it
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Don't try to make this crazy thing make it more true to the comic book. You know, like we're getting Neil Gaiman's The Sandman is
Mhm.
coming out soon on Netflix, and Neil Gaiman himself is a showrunner.
Oh man,
So
that dude looks so much like Sandman.
Well, I mean, the main guy they picked, or
Yeah, the main guy they picked looks very much like
exactly
Sandman.
like what I picked is I just said so, the second one, Act Two, and when I pictured that, it definitely guys who I pictured. So
Mhm.
I'm so excited, but I'm curious on how they're gonna do that because the books kind of go off on a tangent. You know,
Mhm.
they start with that great story with Sandman and him getting his powers, and you know they're gonna predict hell and go into hell and do that awesome like the best scene that they have with him doing that battle where he's like, I'm a hammer, I'm a blacksmith that slams them. And they kept going back and forth, and
Mm.
that scene is gonna be just really good. But after you get all this stuff, it goes into like hell and shit. And it's about a house, and it's about a whole different cast of characters. Anyway, I don't have intended that, but I'm super
Yeah.
excited. But
Yeah,
my
yeah.
point was that I'm hoping that people understand that you have to leave the source material alone. And if you can't make it a movie because the source material is too broad or too much and you need more, then you can make it a Netflix type thing and it'll still work and still make tons of money. And if you can do a movie, still leave the source. People like alone because that's what they're doing. You know, the Marvel movies.
You're breaking up a bit, Danny.
So the Marvel movies are very popular because of the fact that they are the comic books. They're getting stories right from the comic books. And same thing, DC, you know, they started to do that and then they fucking went away. Like they go back and forth. And they keep fucking themselves by doing that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
that's what
Hollywood
I'm
still
hoping for
hasn't
video
learned
games, you know?
about Hollywood still hasn't learned how to make a decent anime movie
Yeah.
or a video game movie. Like
Yeah.
the best thing we got right now is Sonic and Detective Pikachu, and that's not.
But
that's not
but they're also doing the Last of Us TV show, which you know, obviously they're gonna do a whole big elongated version, which I think is what that needs.
yeah.
You know, like a miniseries or whatever, 8, 10 parts, whatever. You know, and I think it's just that's what I'm saying. That I hope this is just part of the track. They're going, okay, maybe we can make some money off these games by leaving them alone. We don't have to Hollywoodize them, and we'll still make much money as you would.
That's true because these new TV shows and movies that are coming out, the actual developers and publishers such as Sony, sorry, not Sony, such as Capcom working with the Resident Evil movie, like they're working more closely. So Naughty Dog is actually working closely with people that are working on the Last of Us show, just trying to make sure it's as faithful as possible.
Nintendo, the same thing with
Nintendo's
the
same
Mario
thing,
Brothers.
right?
They're working very closely, and I think that's a big part of it. I'm going, okay, you can take our material, but we want to work with you to make for we can not look stupid, and for you guys to actually make a good movie.
Goofy. Nah, I honestly feel like I'm glad that more companies are like being, I would say, a little bit lenient with their IPs and letting people like show the art that they can do for it. Like imagine if they do a Crash Bandicoot movie, like a live action Crash Bandicoot movie, or just an animated Crash Bandicoot
I'm
movie.
sure they should lean
They
more
are
towards
doing
animated. They
Are they?
They're doing a Crash Bandicoot movie.
When? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, and Crash was going to be the only thing that CGI'd out of it.
Oh Lord!
Really?
Like so, a Sonic kind of thing.
Sonic did it first. Sonic did it first. It's last.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
right?
announced a year. I mean, a while ago. They never showed anything, but they talked about it because Sonic was so big,
Oh
Mm.
boy,
and so they decided to do a.
this
Bro,
is
I don't believe it
There's no
until I
real
see it.
story in that game, but you know, I guess Leticia can tell us if she can
She
if I can.
can
Say
spit the
Kingdom
lore.
Hearts that
She can spit the
yeah,
lore.
right.
said, by the way, this was connected because of this person, and
Ooh.
Yo,
All right, guys. So we'll end it here. We're gonna be running on almost 3 hours. Yeah, Leticia says she'd watch a Crash movie. Of course she would. Randy stepped away, but we're gonna end it here.
get his ramen.
Yeah, eat his ramen in peace. So
What?
What?
it said eat your ramen in
What?
peace. We're closing the show.
I'm gonna go the second that this ends. I'm like literally walking off to just eat it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, thanks for everybody for watching and listening. Don't forget to join us every Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch for the live show, and we'll be posting it up on YouTube and on all podcast audio podcasts such as Google, Apple, Spotify, etc. If you want a link to that, go to thedrunkenguardian.com for all the links, as well as any game reviews you might be interested in reading about. That'll send you some links to thecoalition.com, which is the site that I work with to do game reviews as well. So Boneless Bones, you got your own Twitch channel as well. You do some streaming with the Fighting Guru.
Yeah. So hi guys, Boneless Bones over here again with the lovely people. I'm sorry if I was very quiet. I was playing Resident Evil. I was playing Metroid Dread, and the game is amazing. I do stream. It's on Twitch TV / Boneless Bone _TV. I do fighting games. I do whatever game now. At the moment, I'm trying to 100% Neo 2, not The World Ends With You, just the Neo Samurai game. And I also have a YouTube. Neo. It's the same. It's pronounced the fucking same.
No.
It's actually good.
Yeah.
No.
The game is actually good. And it's the one that doesn't have noise as a bad guy. Stupid. What? Just cover your ears. Anyway. and I have a YouTube that is just Boneless Bones, no _TV. And I love to see you guys over there. Later, guys. Bye-bye.
And there's Sober Danny and Randy Ragnarok. See you guys. Thank you guys for listening, watching, etc. I'll see you next week.
Hell
Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.